Good evening, basketball fans, and welcome to another edition of the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week. Welcome to Merrill, Oregon, and welcome to Lost River High School as the Lost River Raiders get set to take on the Bonanza Antlers. My name is Josh Eldridge. Couldn't be more thrilled to be with you tonight ahead of an East Cascades Conference showdown between the league's top two teams right here in Southern Oregon. Entering play today, the Lost River and Bonanza girls lead the East Cascades Conference. Lost River 3-0, Bonanza a close second right now at 2-1. We'll take a look at each of the two teams and the seasons they've had thus far. Each team, by the way, carrying a winning streak into this rivalry game. We'll talk about the season, we'll talk about the conference, and we'll get ready for starting lineups and tip-off. You're not going to want to miss this one. A first leg of a doubleheader tonight between the Lost River Raiders and the Bonanza Antlers is next on the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on MyBasin.com.
Parent of a high school athlete, I've given up trying to get pictures of my kid playing sports. It's nearly impossible to take pictures and enjoy the game. There is a solution though. God's Gifts Photography attends high school sporting events in the Basin to take individual and team action photos at a great price. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook to learn more. They'll come and capture your athlete in action, creating those frameable lifelong memories so you can watch and just enjoy the moment. Call 541-281-2206 to get your athlete on their schedule. God's Gifts Photography.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account to retirement planning and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
At MyBasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
the pace and reach of social media,
the information of 24-hour news,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none.
Klamath Falls is a community that we love and a place that we are proud to call home.
Klamath Falls deserves a media group that is as committed to you as you are to Klamath Falls.
MyBasin.com is your go-to place for news,
sports, events, and everything going on at home in Klamath Falls.
Welcome back to the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on MyBasin.com. My name is Josh Eldridge. So glad to be with you tonight for this cross-county rivalry game. It's an East Cascades Conference showdown between the visiting Bonanza Antlers and the Lost River Raiders. The first leg of a doubleheader features the varsity girls. They were scheduled to start at 6 o'clock, but as I look around the gym right now, our timer counting down about 6.5 minutes to tip off. Gives us plenty of time to talk about the season that each of these teams has had before, of course, around 7:30, probably a little bit after the second leg of our doubleheader begins tonight with the boys' teams going at it. But before we get there, let's talk about these girls, and we'll start with the Lost River Raiders. This is a Raiders team that is on a complete turnaround from a year ago. A 10-4 record coming into this game, a 3-0 conference record. This time last year, if we take a look around the same date, we've got the 24th today. A year ago on the 24th, Lost River was 6 wins and quite a few more losses. I think they were 6-8 at this time last year. Already have more wins this season. And, of course, they are winners of 4 straight coming into this contest and 7 of their last 8 games. That's dating back to December 28th, their last game at the Basin Bash when they won 46-39 over Cross Point Christian. They rattled off wins against Butte Valley and Etna, 58-38 and 45-29. Their one loss in this span came to Lakeview. That was on January 10th. They lost 46-31, but since then, 4 straight wins, and most dominant was the most recent one. Back on Tuesday, the 21st, Lost River defeated Oak Ridge 45-8. Yes, 45-8. Now, take that with a grain of salt. Oak Ridge has been Well, I guess there's really no two ways to put it. They've been bad this season. Oak Ridge has scored in single digits 5 times this season, including that game against Lost River and the season opener against Lost River as well. 47-4 was the final score there. So Lost River, heavy favorites going to that one. But hey, look, a win is a win is a win for the Lady Raiders, and right now they have won 4 straight. They are 10-4. They are first place in the East Cascades Conference, and tonight squaring off against the Bonanza Antlers, who are in second place in the East Cascades Conference, 9-7 overall, 2-1 in league play, winners of 3 straight and 4 of their last 5. That's dating back to a January 10th date with Etna, California, when they beat them 28-20. They did lose their league opener to Lowell, 41-25, but since then 3 straight wins. Trinity Lutheran 55-44, Culver 30-23, and most recently back on Wednesday, a non-league contest at home where they won 34-26. Now, of course, their last loss coming on the road. They haven't played in a true road environment, I would say, since December 28th when they played Cross Point Christian at Cross Point Christian in the Basin Bash. They beat the Warriors 37-21 in that showdown. So these Antlers are certainly capable of beating some good teams, and this is going to be a big one tonight against the Lost River Raiders. A rivalry matchup. These two teams only separated by, I think, 17 miles of river here in Klamath County. That is the Lost River, and boy, oh boy, it is always a great time when these two schools get together. As we'll just take a quick look now at the entire picture for the East Cascades Conference. Like I said at the top, it's Lost River, it's Bonanza. Tied with the Antlers in second place is Trinity Lutheran. Now they're 2-1, 7-8 overall. Lowell is 1-2, Culver is 1-2, and Oak Ridge is 0-3, 1-11 overall. Like I said, they have struggled mightily this season, so Oak Ridge is still 0-3, rounding out the East Cascades Conference. A new look conference as well. Both of these teams formerly 1A schools a year ago in the Mountain Valley League, now have jumped up to 2A to form the new East Cascades Conference. Bonanza, Lost River, and Trinity Lutheran, the 3 teams to leave the Mountain Valley League and help form this new East Cascades Conference. And as we talk about a season ago, and we say what a different team Lost River is this year, well, this should give you a pretty good idea, because last year, Bonanza broke out the brooms for Lost River and beat them twice. It was January 23rd, almost exactly a year ago, that these teams met for the first time last season. And in that game, it was a 58-30 win for Bonanza. They then met at Bonanza High School on February 22nd. That was an even wider margin, 47-16. In favor of the Antlers. Now, obviously, the Raiders are much improved this year, and the Antlers are doing well, but truthfully, they lost a lot of scoring after the end of last season. A couple of seniors, which amounted to about 20 points per game of offense, has graduated. And so the task for one of the longest reigning, one of the best coaches in Oregon, Ray Struve, the task for him this season has been finding somebody new to step up. And last time out for Bonanza, it was Vashti Arata, who scored 9 points, 8 rebounds, had 2 steals in their 34-26 win against Butte Valley. Mary Schooler had 7 points and 6 boards. So this team really spreads out the offensive attack, but they're going to need someone to step up big against a Lost River team, which is hungry. They are at home. They're looking for revenge from a season ago, and it's certainly going to be a good one. So glad that I could have you with me tonight for our Gino's Cafe Game of the Week. There are other games going on this evening, so I appreciate you picking me. We've got the Henley boys and girls online on mybasin.com. They are visiting Phoenix tonight. You can find that game again on mybasin.com. And then the Oregon Tech Hustlin' and Lady Owls are in action this evening as well up at Danny Miles Court. They're playing College of Idaho. Big games up at Danny Miles Court. And as I check in, just quickly to give you a score update before we head to our final break, at halftime right now, the Oregon Tech Lady Owls lead College of Idaho 37-16. Ooh, big game in the Cascade Collegiate Conference. I like that for the Owls. We'll keep you updated on all the scores that we can as we move throughout tonight's broadcast. But right now, we're going to step aside, have the national anthem be played here at Lost River High School. And when we come back, I'll introduce you to the starting lineups. We'll get ready with tip-off. It's all coming at you in just a few minutes. And the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on mybasin.com.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
And welcome back to Lost River High School as we're met by the starting lineups tonight between the Antlers. Apologies for the brief interruption there. Let's go ahead and meet our starting lineups, and we'll do it for the Bonanza Antlers first. Starting number 1, a junior, Breeza Garcia. Number 2, a senior, Grace Ness. Number 3, a sophomore, Abby Hill. Number 13, a junior, Maggie Ackley. And number 20, a senior, Mary Schooler. The Antlers are coached by Ray Strew. For the Lost River Lady Raiders, it's Avery Turner. It's Amaris Hernandez, Zuliana Cabayan, Hema Archeo Bigone, and Mackenzie Dalton, your starters for the Raiders. The Raiders are in their white uniforms, Bonanza in red tonight. It is Ackley, it is Dalton in the circle, and the opening tip goes out of bounds. It'll be Bonanza to start with the ball coming out of that brief pause into the hands of Mary Schooler as the Antlers go from left to right. Schooler now into the front court. Here's Ness. Ness now top of the key, tries to bring it to the left side. The Antlers like to play around the perimeter early in these games before they start to feed the post, and here we're seeing that on full display. Grace Ness has it top of the key, now over to Schooler in the corner. Schooler drives all the way into the paint, tries to use the glass to score, and can't do it. Rebound goes into the hands of Zuliana Cabayan, and now the Raiders go the other way. It's Avery Turner, fires a pass into the front court to Amaris Hernandez. A long two, rims out into the hands of Mackenzie Dalton underneath, and a tie-up. And this actually might wind up being a foul, and I think it is. They're going to charge this one to Maggie Ackley. She picks up her first, 7:27 to go in the first quarter. Inbound pass quickly to Dalton. She has it in the post, misses the first shot, misses the second shot, and now Schooler has it. And the Lady Antlers come into the front court. Here is Ness, fires it into the corner to Hill, now to Schooler, fires a free throw line jumper, that's good, and the Antlers strike first, now a 2-0 lead off the hands of Mary Schooler. Now the Raiders into the front court with Amaris Hernandez. Hernandez has it, all right, extended arc, well beyond the arc, trying to get it now near side to Cabayan. Cabayan takes a screen, gets inside the arc, dishes it back outside to Turner. Turner kicks it back out to Cabayan, whips it to Hernandez for a straightaway three. It's good. And that is how the Raiders respond with a triple from Amaris Hernandez. They lead now 3-2. Lost River into the front court. Here comes Garcia. Garcia whips a pass, head of the key to Hill, now into the hands of Grace Ness. Ness puts it on the deck, takes the Hill screen, going left, and a whistle. She's going to travel. And I forgot to mention that Lost River, coached by Jennifer Hartman in her first season, a big part of this turnaround for the Raiders. Instituted a lot of positive changes with this team, and you could see it on the court. Here they come. Pass intended for Dalton goes out of bounds, and the Antlers will take it. Like I said, a year ago, it was a season sweep for Bonanza, but with the addition of Coach Hartman, Lost River, they're hungry for this one. And I expect both games tonight to be very, very good. This one and, of course, the boys' game to follow have all the makings of a really great rivalry game. Here's Schooler with it, head of the key. She tries to take it right, bounces it underneath to Hill. Hill going to work on the right side, tried to kick it to Ness, cutting from head of the key, but turns it over. And Dalton fires an overhead pass into the front court to Avery Turner. She's outnumbered in the paint and misses the shot, gets her own miss, and scores the putback. Avery Turner helps her team out to a 5-2 lead here with 5:46 to go in the first quarter. It's Abby Hill into the front court for the Antlers. Now Grace Ness extended well beyond the arc. Throws it into the corner to Ackley. Ackley bounces it outside, back again to Ness. Ness hands it off to Schooler. Schooler fields a double team, loses the dribble. It's picked up by Kabayan. And now Kabayan comes along the near side of the floor, rifles it ahead to Hernandez, kicks it back outside to Kabayan, now into the hands of Turner. Turner dumps it underneath to Archeo Begoni, fields a double team on the left block, shoots through it, misses. Dalton with the putback and in. And just like that, Lost River leads 7-2 with 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Here's Abby Hill, now Mary Schooler. Schooler, right-handed dribble, tries to go inside, takes it all the way in, kicks it out to Ness for a corner three, too strong. And the rebound picked up by Archeo Begoni. She's going to toss it ahead to Kabayan, who brings it up for the Lady Raiders. Here she is on the near side of the floor, kicks it over to Hernandez. Antlers playing tight man-to-man defense, not trying to let the Raiders get anywhere. They've scored most of their points on second chance looks so far. Hernandez dumps it underneath to Archeo Begoni on the right block, guarded tightly by Abby Hill, throws the first shot up, misses. Dalton grabbed the miss, now to the hands of Kabayan. Kabayan gets it back underneath to Dalton. Dalton spinning around in the paint, fields a double team. Breeza Garcia picks it loose, but Lost River can't collect the loose ball until it rolls ahead to Garcia into the front court. Now here's Schooler. Pulls up from long range, can't hit, and the rebound picked up by Mackenzie Dalton. Lost River doing great work on the glass here early. Part of the reason why they're up by 5 halfway through the first quarter. Here's Avery Turner into the hands now of Amaris Hernandez. Brings it around the near side. Hernandez whips a pass to Kabayan. Now bounces it underneath to Archeo Begoni. Cutting to the rim. Fades away for the hook shot. No. Dalton with the miss. Tries to put it back. Can't get it. And Schooler collects the rebound. She's going to pass it to Ness, who will cross the timeline on the far side of the floor. Ness dribbling in, kicks it to Schooler on the wing. Schooler trying to take a screen right, now into the paint, bounces it underneath to Garcia, who spins and gets fouled on the shot. Breeza Garcia earning a couple of free throws for her effort. Breeza Garcia largely missing from the most previous win for Bonanza, 34-26 over Butte Valley as she makes her first free throw. The Antlers struggled from the field and struggled at the free throw line in their last game. 9 of 18 at the free throw line. It's sort of been a running theme for the Antlers this season, the slight struggles at the free throw line, but these are the games where you really got to hope those start to fall. Breeza Garcia splits her trip. Maggie Ackley travels after, that's Vashti Arata, who traveled after collecting the rebound. She checked into the game for Bonanza. So our score is 7-3 with about 3.5 to go in the first quarter. Now to the front court are the Raiders. It's Kabayan throwing it to Hernandez. Back to Kabayan, left alone from downtown. It rims out. Rebound picked up by Dalton. Throws it high off the glass. No. Dalton gets her own miss again and gets fouled. Boy, Mackenzie Dalton is absolutely feasting on the boards here in the first quarter. It feels like everything is coming right back to her. And this time, she'll be shooting a pair of free throws. Mackenzie Dalton, a senior. If I recall, I can verify this in just a moment, she's one of the players who did not play a season ago and decided to return to basketball or try basketball for the first time, either one, with Coach Jennifer Hartman, who's come back into the fold. Misses the first, misses the second, and the rebound to Breeza Garcia. Now ahead to Mary Schooler, fires a pass ahead to Werleski. Werleski tried to dump it underneath to Garcia, but it's turned over into the hands of Turner. Here's Avery Turner racing ahead for the Raiders, brings it all the way in, kicks it to Kabayan in the corner for a long two. Front iron, no. And it is Arata with the rebound, bounces it ahead to Schooler. Now the Antlers come in the other way. Here's Mary Schooler. Has it on the wing, thought about a triple, throws it to Arata. Vashti Arata well beyond the arc, now to the hands of Werleski. Kicks it back outside to Arata. Now Schooler in the corner, splits the defense all the way in, off the glass, left short. The rebound is picked up by Garcia. Takes it into the corner, throws it to Schooler. Foot on the line for a long two, won't go. And the rebound into the hands of Avery Turner. And Avery Turner now guarded all the way up the floor, makes it into the front court. Has it poked loose for a moment, but recollects. And a timeout is going to be called by Coach Jennifer Hartman, and the Lost River Raiders will take it with her. Her team leads right now 7-3. 2:22 to go in the first quarter. This is the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on mybasin.com.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
The Gino's Cafe Game of the Week continues right now on mybasin.com as Lost River, the ladies lead Bonanza 7-3 with 2:20 to go in the first quarter. It's the Raiders who start with the basketball. Kabayan almost lost it. It's picked up by Hernandez. Now Dalton. Dalton fields a double team. They kick it back out to Kabayan. Now to the hands of Hernandez on the wing. Underneath to Dalton. Outside to Kabayan. Straightaway three. Wide right. Rebound is wrestled for underneath. It's won by Bonanza. The pass goes ahead to Brisa Garcia. And now to Ness as the Antlers take it into the front court. Here's Grace Ness. Bounces a pass head of the key to Werleski. At the free throw line. She has it ripped away by Turner. Tough defense there by Avery Turner to create the takeaway. And she has it. Turner trying to direct traffic at the head of the key. Denies a screen right, tries to drive left, kicks it to Dalton for a triple. Front iron, no. And the rebound is picked up by Mary Schooler. She'll kick it ahead to Arata, and the Antlers come the other way. Arata kicks it on the wing, and a double dribble by Arata before she can get the pass off. As it looks like Ayla DeLong getting ready to check in for Haley Werleski for the Bonanza Antlers. I can't see any subs coming in for Lost River, so it looks like they are staying the same here. Inbound pass for the Raiders goes to Kabayan, and now to Macy Thompson. She did check in the game. Totally missed that. Dalton gets tied up in the middle in a held ball. Possession to the Raiders. So yes, Macy Thompson, the junior, number 24 in the game for Lost River. They're going to have another sub get ready to check in here in just a moment as well. But not before the ball is inbounded to Avery Turner. Whips it to Dalton on the wing. Thought about a long two. Drives inside. Tries to use the glass. It rolls around the rim and falls. And now the score 9-3. Dalton now up to 4 points. And there is under a minute to go in the first quarter. The Antlers looking for an answer. Here's Arata. Arata terminates the dribble on the far side. Throws it to Ness. Had trouble corralling the pass, but gets it back. Ness dumps it back underneath, and a foul is called against Ayla DeLong. She'll be shooting a couple free throws. Ayla DeLong, the sophomore, 5'10". If my memory serves me correctly, she did get some time on the varsity squad a year ago as a freshman. Now improving her role, getting a trip to the line here, and she makes her first. And sub in for Lost River. It looks like Isabel Herring has checked in. And we'll have a sub coming in for Bonanza in just a moment as DeLong misses the free throw. So we won't get a sub right away. Our score remains 9-4 with Lost River in front. Avery Turner. Turner passes it ahead to Thompson. Shoots up with the right hand. Can't get it to go. And with 32 seconds, Arata collects the rebound. Now to the hands of Schooler on the far side. Mary Schooler has it on the left wing. Schooler now to Arata. Arata brings it along the near side into the hands of Grace Ness. Shot clock is off, 17 seconds to go in the first quarter. Arata bounces it to Schooler, has it poked free out of bounds by Isabel Herring. And now with 11 seconds, Bonanza has got to come up with a set here as looks like Maggie Ackley checks in for Brisa Garcia and the Bonanza Antlers. Bonanza inbounds, get it to Schooler. Schooler kicks it outside to Ackley for a long two. No, but they still have time. 5 seconds. Schooler has it in the corner. Dumping it underneath to DeLong. Her shot at the buzzer won't go, and that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. It's been a defensive bout so far as Lost River leads 9-4 after one. We'll be back with the second quarter and the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week next.
Wait, all I do is wait. like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place that feels as good as home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home, I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
Second quarter action begins right now at Lost River High School as the Raiders lead the Lady Antlers after the first quarter 9-4. And now, after starting with the ball, the Antlers turn it over. It'll be Avery Turner to bring it up for the Raiders. Passing it into the corner to Hernandez. Hernandez, guarded tightly by Ness in the corner, throws an errant pass into the hands of Mary Schooler. And now it is Arata who crosses the timeline for Bonanza. Bringing it to the near side. Bounces it back to Schooler. Had trouble corralling the pass. Is jostled around at the free throw line and then returns the favor with an errant pass of her own to give the Raiders the basketball back. Hard work on the glass for Lost River in the first quarter earned them this 5-point advantage. Mostly Mackenzie Dalton, who is not on the floor to start this second quarter, did some great work on the interior to earn 4 points, and I would wager more rebounds than that too. A whistle is going to go against Arata. First team foul for the Raiders this period. Herring to inbound, and gets it to Hernandez. Hernandez passes it to Thompson on the near side. Back to Herring, cutting to the rim, and she's fouled on the shot. So Isabel Herring, the freshman, earning a couple of free throws here. Fine time to remind you that today's Gino's Cafe Game of the Week is, of course, brought to you by Gino's Cafe on East Main Street. They're open every morning at 6:30, serving their famous breakfast burritos. Those are served all day long, along with other menu items like burgers, monthly specials, and Italian favorites. Order online at iloveginos.com, or you can order on DoorDash. First free throw from Herring is good. Second one misses the mark. A rebound battled for is a held ball, and possession will go to the Raiders. Pass to Schooler, and it's a takeaway for the Antlers, and it's ahead to Ackley. Ackley bounces it back out to Ness, gets it to Garcia. Garcia, something wound up on the floor. Not sure. It looked like a badminton, whatever you call it, the thing you hit back and forth. I don't know why I can't think of the word. But wound up on the floor. We got it off, and now the Antlers will inbound. It's Schooler to inbound on the wing to Garcia. Gets it to Ness. Ness trying to drive inside to the free throw line. Back out. Now Schooler. Schooler has it taken away by Turner, and then Turner gets fouled trying to keep possession of the basketball. So the third team foul for the Raiders is, for the Antlers is Schooler's second with 6:50 to go in the first half. Avery Turner gets the pass. She's guarded lightly up the floor. Passes it ahead to Archeo Bagoni, and a whistle. This is going to be on Archeo Bagoni, a charge as she ran right through Schooler to pick up the team's first foul. And now the Antlers have it. Schooler gets the pass back after the inbound. Passes it into Garcia on the outside. Garcia, guarded tightly by Archeo Bagoni, brings it around to the wing. Now head of the key. Terminates the dribble well beyond the arc. Now gets it to Schooler. Schooler underneath to Ackley. Throws it off the glass. Won't go. Rebound is a tie-up. And it's in favor of the Antlers. Mary Schooler to inbound for Bonanza. Has it tipped out by Isabel Herring right away. So the Antlers keep possession, but Bonanza guarding tightly on that inbound. Schooler still looking to inbound. Tried to get it to Ayla DeLong. It's tipped away, but the Antlers get possession. Now to Garcia. Lost River playing good man defense here. Garcia gets it to Ness. Ness along the right side, takes a screen, finds Ackley, cutting to the rim, and that's how you beat the man defense. Just the pick and roll to score. It's now 10-6 in favor of the Raiders. Here's Turner. Turner trying to clear out space on the wing, throws it to Herring. Herring dumps it underneath to Hernandez. It's tipped away, and a tie-up will favor the Raiders. Inbound pass, and a quick shot is misfired by Lost River, but on the ensuing inbound, Maggie Ackley steps out of bounds, so the Raiders get possession back. So here's Herring to inbound, gets it quickly to Thompson. She can't corral it, goes out of bounds, and the Antlers have it. Well, this happens from time to time where it feels like neither team is really after possession of the basketball. It's just turnover after turnover, but it looks like the Antlers are going to have a chance at this as Lost River has a light press. Here's Schooler. And by the way, Mackenzie Dalton is checked back in for the Raiders. Again, she has been dominant on the glass throughout the first quarter, getting her first chance here in the second with about 5.5 to go in the period. And there's Archeo Bagoni with a takeaway. It's Avery Turner. Turner into the front court. Turner driving inside, loses the dribble, bounces at Hernandez. Now Dalton. Dalton has it on the elbow, dumps it underneath to Archeo Bagoni, tries to move to the rim, and a tie-up is going to go to the Antlers. The official on the baseline calling the tie-up there with 5:06 to go in the second quarter and a 4-point ball game. Inbound pass goes to Garcia and a foul. Charge the foul to Archeo Bagoni, her second, and the second for the Raiders compared to 3 for the Antlers. And Archeo Bagoni will check out, and it looks like Kabayan is checked back in. Here's Ayla DeLong. Ahead to Schooler. Schooler and the Antlers have numbers. Here's Ness taking it to the rack and one. Great move by Bonanza, realizing they had numbers in transition. Dump it underneath to Grace Ness, who finishes tough through contact and earns a free throw here. And a chance to make it a 1-point ball game with a made free throw. Grace Ness to the line. She misses it. It's off the back iron, into the hands of Ackley. Ness gets it back, underneath to DeLong for the lead. No, can't get it. Ness gets it back, kicks it out to Schooler. Schooler driving inside, into the paint, kicks it outside to Ackley once more. Again, 10-8 the score. Inside to Schooler. Bonanza can tie it here. Schooler driving inside, out to Ness. Left elbow jumper off the glass, no. And it's still a 2-point ball game. 10-8. Lost River leads. They've got the ball. The rebound was picked up now into the hands of Amaris Hernandez. Hernandez fires a pass ahead to Dalton. Looked to her left, but no one was there. Now finds Herring, who filled the hole, and she'll get fouled trying to dribble, and that'll be Ackley's third, I believe. She might be in a little bit of trouble. Oh, that's Ackley's second. I must have miscounted. So not in as bad a trouble as we thought. However, next foul will put the Raiders in the bonus with 4:20 to go in the second quarter. Raiders got to inbound. They get it into Amaris Hernandez, throwing it over now to Herring. Herring to Kabayan, now underneath to Dalton. Dalton goes to work on the inside, throws the ball too high off the glass, and now Grace Ness all alone in transition. Hernandez catches up to her. Great defense. Loose ball is picked up by Ackley in the corner, bounces it to Schooler. Schooler has it now in the paint, kicks it outside to Garcia. Garcia tries to split the defense, loses the ball. It's picked up by Kabayan. Kabayan loses the dribble in the open floor. It goes out of bounds. Possession to the Raiders. Chaotic sequence there, but got to give it up to Amaris Hernandez, who recovered extremely well in defense. Grace Ness had an open lane to the hoop, and Amaris Hernandez came swooping in to stifle that layup attempt and ultimately keep Lost River in front here by 2 with 3:45 to go in the first half. Here's Avery Turner. Turner has it, head of the key, guarded by Ness. Now throws it to Kabayan. Now Herring on the near side. Herring throws it to Hernandez. Back to Herring. She almost couldn't get the pass. Saved it from going out of bounds, but tipped it right to Grace Ness. Now the Antlers have it. Pass ahead to Breeza Garcia. Garcia has it near side, now to the hands of Schooler. Schooler well beyond the arc. The Antlers trying to find some room along the perimeter. I don't think either team has made a three so far. They haven't. There hasn't even been many threes taken. Here's Schooler with it, top of the key, backs back out beyond the arc, takes a screen to the right, trying to drive inside, and she carries, trying to get around the defender. That was Kabayan, who got the position and forced her to carry. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it with 3:03 to go in the second quarter. It's Lost River who leads 10-8 on the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on mybasin.com.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
A low-scoring affair through a quarter and a half as the Lost River Raiders lead the Bonanza Antlers 10-8. 5 on the floor for Bonanza coming out of the stoppage, a timeout. It's Grace Ness, Mary Schooler, Breeza Garcia, Ayla DeLong, and Abby Hill. For Lost River, it's Mackenzie Dalton, Isabel Herring, Avery Turner, Amaris Hernandez, and Gemma Archeo Bagoni. Nope, maybe Bagoni's not on the floor. Let's see. So Turner, Hernandez, Kabayan, Dalton, and Herring, pardon me, are the 5 on the floor for Lost River. I think someone spilled a drink out there by the Lost River bench, and so she was out there mopping or drying up the floor. Thought she was coming out to play, but here we go. Lost River has it. It's Amaris Hernandez. Hernandez races by the Bonanza defense and then turns the ball over. Schooler has it. Schooler brings it along into the near side, trapped in the corner. Now to Ness, head of the key. Ness takes a screen left, steps back, throws it to Garcia. Antlers trying to find some room inside. They get it to DeLong, who leaves the layup short. And the ensuing rebound picked up by Lost River, then thrown into coverage. A tie-up will favor the Raiders. Got a score update from Henley as the Henley Hornets on the road tonight playing the Phoenix Pirates. Again, I said we'll do our best to keep you updated on all the games going on in the Basin, whether it's here or at Henley High School or Oregon Tech. And at halftime right now, it's the Henley Lady Hornets who lead the Phoenix Pirates 32-14. And we'll check in on Oregon Tech as the Lady Owls, with 1:05 to go in the third quarter, lead College of Idaho 57-27. Blowing out the Yotes at home. Can only hope the same result for the men. Here's Schooler with it on the wing. Now Abby Hill has it head of the key, throws it near side to Ness, back underneath to Schooler. Schooler spins around about 10 feet out, throws it over to Ness. Ness driving inside, tries to get it outside to Hill. It's tipped out of bounds by Isabel Herring, and the Antlers will keep possession of the basketball with 11 to shoot and 2:05 on the game clock. And it'll be Grace Ness to inbound, gets it to Schooler. Schooler takes it all the way in, uses the glass but can't score. Rebound kicked out to Garcia. Breeza Garcia has it. Brings it around to the left side wing, now top of the key. Terminates the dribble, kicks it over to Schooler. And that shot, by the way, reset the shot clock as well. So Schooler has it on the wing, bounces it underneath to Garcia, looking to go to work on the block, bounces it to Ness. Ness back outside to Garcia, now near side to DeLong, and a turnover. Dalton takes it away. The Antlers looking for just anything on the interior, but again, turning it over to the Raiders. Here's Avery Turner. Turner drives inside, splits the defense, gets fouled. Tough take. Saw traffic, thought she could burst through it, and does. And a nice job there by Avery Turner to earn a couple of free throws. Neither team has scored in about 5 minutes. It's still 10-8. And the first free throw from Turner is good, extending Lost River's lead now to 3. Maggie Ackley checked in for Mary Schooler. Or someone did. I think it was, yes, it was Ackley who checked in. Next free throw missed. It went out of bounds. Last touched by Bonanza, and so the Raiders keep it. It's Isabel Herring. And Grace Ness had to come off the floor. I think she had to take a necklace off or something or other, an equipment issue, but she's back out there. And the inbound pass goes top of the key to Kabayan. She was left alone from downtown. Swish. Zuliana Kabayan with a made triple. 14-8. Antlers looking to answer. Here's Brisa Garcia. Garcia kicks it outside to Hill. Now Ness. Ness has it. Now on the left side. Out to Ackley. Ackley at the free throw line. Tries to get it to DeLong. DeLong bounces it out to Hill. It's taken away by Herring. The Raiders have it into the front court. Herring turns it back over. Under a minute to go. Now on a loose ball. They dive on it. And it's a tie-up. Possession is going to favor the Antlers. It's going to be inbounded in front of the Bonanza bench. And Grace Ness to do the honors. Bounces it to Garcia. Garcia brings it up for Bonanza. Passes it to Ackley. Bounce pass to Ness. Ness brings it around. Hugs the Hill screen tightly. Dumps it underneath to Garcia. Turnaround off the glass. No. Dalton collects the miss. 1 second separates shot and game clock here. 29 to go in the first half. Pass goes into the corner to Holster. Now back to Turner. Turner thought about a long three. Throws it to Herring. She triggers a triple. That missed everything. Dalton saves it from going out of bounds. And Turner keeps it. Turner driving in. Throws it off the glass. No. 10 to shoot now. Herring has it ripped away. 7 seconds now. Ackley has it. 5, 4. It's Ness. 3, 2. A shot at the buzzer won't come. Good defense by the Raiders. Keeps them in front by 6 as we head to halftime. This is the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on MyBasin.com. And again, 14-8, the Raiders lead. We'll be back with a couple of halftime stats, and we'll talk a bit about the boys' contest still yet to come here on MyBasin.com.
Parent of a high school athlete, I've given up trying to get pictures of my kid playing sports. It's nearly impossible to take pictures and enjoy the game. There is a solution, though. God's Gifts Photography attends high school sporting events in the Basin to take individual and team action photos at a great price. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook to learn more. They'll come and capture your athlete in action, creating those frameable lifelong memories so you can watch and just enjoy the moment. Call 541-281-2206 to get your athlete on their schedule. God's Gifts Photography.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
At MyBasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
the pace and reach of social media,
the information of 24-hour news,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none.
Klamath Falls is a community that we love and a place that we are proud to call home.
Klamath Falls deserves a media group that is as committed to you as you are to Klamath Falls.
MyBasin.com is your go-to place for news,
sports, events, and everything going on at home in Klamath Falls.
It is halftime at Lost River High School in the first leg of our Gino's Cafe Game of the Week doubleheader tonight as the Lost River girls lead the Bonanza girls 14-8. Let's go ahead and introduce you to the leading scorers for both teams. And we'll start with the team that's leading, the Lost River Lady Raiders, who are being led in scoring right now by Mackenzie Dalton with 4 points. Zuliana Cabayan, Amaris Hernandez, and Avery Turner each have 3 for the Raiders, and 1 point on a made free throw for Isabel Herring. That will give the Raiders 14 points at halftime. For Bonanza, it is 2 points for each Maggie Ackley, Mary Schooler, and Grace Ness, and then 1 point for Breeza Garcia and Ayla DeLong, your scorers for Bonanza. This has been a defensive battle so far. Lost River, Bonanza, though, doing it in different ways. The Bonanza defense is forcing a lot of Lost River turnovers. They are filling the passing lanes, trying to poke the ball away. They're getting in there on defense and just trying to make things happen. For Lost River, their defense has been at the cup. They haven't allowed Bonanza a single good look inside, I think, this entire game so far. Bonanza has had a couple of opportunities, maybe in a fast break that they converted on, but other than that, the points have been tough to come by inside because Lost River defends the paint so well. I look at Mackenzie Dalton and Hema Archeo Bagoni. I mean, you could even throw Avery Turner in the mix, too. All of these girls defend the paint so well, and for Dalton specifically, the senior for Lost River, she has been a monster on the boards in the first half of this ball game. She was a big reason why Lost River led 9-4 after the first quarter, and then now 14-8 at halftime. The Antlers, like I said at the top of the broadcast today, they don't have a go-to scorer this season, so they're going to have to find a way around that if they want to make a comeback in the second half, which is still ahead. This, of course, a battle for potentially pulling even in first place in the East Cascades Conference, right? Lost River is 3-0 in East Cascades Conference play. They are 10-4 overall on the season. Bonanza is 2-1, and if they're able to come back and pull out a win here, they will improve to 3-1 and tie Bonanza for first place in the East Cascades Conference. They're 9-7 overall right now, and why this all matters, of course, is the postseason. Right now, the East Cascades Conference only gets 2 spots that automatically qualify for the 16-team OSAA bracket. 14 teams automatically qualify, 2 from the East Cascades Conference. Now, if everything were to end today, yes, it would be Lost River and Bonanza. But Trinity Lutheran is tied with the Antlers right now for second place. They would love to separate themselves from Trinity Lutheran because if they wind up falling tonight, they will dip to third place. And right now, Trinity Lutheran is playing Culver. That game started at 5:30. I'm sure they're close to a conclusion now, but Culver 1-2. And I think Trinity Lutheran would be the favorite right now. So if Bonanza wants to hold on to second place and heading into the second half of the season, really the final third of the season, holding on to that playoff spot is going to be big for the Lady Antlers. The second half is going to be huge coming up. And for Lost River, of course, they'd just like to hold on to first place, right? They're winners of 4 straight coming into this game. They missed the playoffs wide last season. And so for them, a potential berth as a league champion, one could say, would be huge. Now, if you make the league tournament, that would also be great. As the East Cascades League playoffs are held at Bonanza High School, so neither of these teams would have to travel very far. But the Antlers, well, for their part in hosting the league playoffs, they'd sure as heck like to be there, I'm sure. And getting in as that second place spot would go a long way in ensuring that. Now, in years past, the 3 teams have made the playoffs, but that's not a guarantee. Now, like I said, 14 teams make the playoffs automatically. 16 make it overall. So let's say, in a situation where Bonanza misses the playoffs, right now they're number 16. So they would be maybe on the edge of a potential at-large bid. But you never really want to wait and see for those at-large bids. And again, this one is just huge as far as the playoff implications go for the Raiders and the Antlers. And same goes for the boys, which are still yet to come tonight. I mean, they're warming up out there on the floor. We're going to have their broadcast just shortly after. And it's the same situation where Bonanza would be looking to pull even with the Raiders in the standings. And again, it works the same way. 2 teams from the conference will advance to the postseason automatically. So a big opportunity there for potentially Bonanza to pull even in the East Cascades Conference as they play behind the Raiders for both the girls and the boys. It's a fun night of basketball tonight in Merrill, Oregon, as a packed house at Lost River High School. Before we step aside for our final break during halftime, want to give you another score update from Henley High School as the Lady Hornets lead 32-14 at halftime against Phoenix. Pardon me, that game is being played in Phoenix, so I apologize there. And then we've been checking intermittently on the Oregon Tech Lady Owls as they play College of Idaho. About 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Tech is up 67-32. There's your score updates from around the basin right here at Lost River High School. It's the Raiders who lead the Antlers 14-8. We'll be back with third quarter action next as we continue your coverage of the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on mybasin.com.
Wait, all I do is wait. So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been away forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place that feels as good as home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Halftime nearly concluded here at Lost River High School as we prepare for the third quarter between the Raiders and the Bonanza Antlers. 5 on the floor for Bonanza to start this third quarter as they trail 14-8. It is Grace Ness, Mary Schooler, Abby Hill, Maggie Ackley, and Breeza Garcia. For Lost River, Hima Archeo Begoni, Mackenzie Dalton, Zuliana Kabayan, Amaris Hernandez, and Avery Turner. And it will be the Raiders who start with possession of the basketball. Get rid of the scoreboard there for you so you can see at the bottom of your screen, there's Turner set to inbound. And she's going to get it to Hernandez as the Raiders now go from left to right. Pass into the hands of Turner, kicks it back outside to Hernandez. Hernandez brings it around, top of the key, had it poked free by Ness for a moment, but now kicks it over to Kabayan. Kabayan has it now. Backed out well beyond the arc. Now throws it to Turner. Turner near side to Hernandez. Dumps it underneath to Archeo Begoni. Only 5 to shoot, but a foul. And who are we charging this foul to? It is Maggie Ackley. And that should be her third. And it is. So Bonanza getting ready to have someone new check in. Is Mackenzie Dalton. Scores quickly on the other end. And now 6 points for her, and her team leads by 8. Pass goes ahead to Ackley. Back outside to Schooler. Schooler passes it, or pardon me, that was Ness who passed it to Schooler. Now outside to Ackley, to Schooler. Schooler thought about a long two, throws it to Ackley from way downtown, can't hit. And the rebound is a tie-up, and possession is going to go to the Antlers. And now we're going to have that substitution come in for Bonanza. It looks like Vashti Arata has checked in for Maggie Ackley. Quick inbound, and Arata quickly gets fouled on the shot, so Vashti Arata will head to the line for 2. I was talking about the last game out for Bonanza. Vashti Arata led the team in scoring, flirting with a double-double. 9 points and 8 boards in that win earlier this week as she misses the first free throw here. Sub in for Lost River. Sama Archeo Bagoni checks out with 4 fouls right now, and Isabel Herring subs in. Second free throw on the way is good from Vashti Arata. And now the Raiders into the front court, driving inside. Amaris Hernandez can't hit. Rebound is tied up underneath. Held ball favors the Raiders. Inbound pass to Herring. Tries to use the glass and can't get it. Rebound is picked up by Schooler. Now Mary Schooler into the front court for Bonanza. Dumps it underneath to Hill. Can't hit it off the glass, and the rebound picked up by the Raiders. Here's Zuliana Kabayan. Brings it along the near side of the floor and stepped out. Possession goes to Bonanza. And again, it's been 2 good defensive performances, but these teams doing it in different ways. For Bonanza, they're just forcing the Raiders into a lot of turnovers. For the Raiders, they're playing tough man defense, not letting Bonanza get anything easy anywhere on the floor. Here's Ness. Dumping it out to Schooler. Schooler now back to Arata. Arata bounces it to Schooler at the free throw line. Fields a double team. Kicks it outside to Arata. Back to Schooler. Has it now on the wing. Back to Arata. Left-hand dribble. Out to Schooler. Schooler pump fakes a long 2. Drives inside. Kicks it over to Hill. Out to Ness. Ness fires a long 2. Can't get it to go. Rebound is picked up by Hill. Her putback offline. And now this time it's to Mackenzie Dalton. Bouncing it ahead to Amaris Hernandez. Firing it ahead and taken away by Abby Hill. Now it's Schooler with it. Now over to Ness. With 5.5 to go in the third quarter, our score is 16-9 in favor of the Raiders. Now here's Schooler. Schooler kicks it out to Arata. Arata switches to a left-hand dribble, gets by her defender, drives all the way in, uses the glass but can't score. The rebound is still poked free into the hands of Turner. She saves it from going out of bounds to Zuliana Kabayan. Great play by Avery Turner to keep that ball alive. Here are the Raiders. Amaris Hernandez is trapped, and another turnover in favor of the Antlers. They're looking to answer on offense here, down by 7. Here is Ness. Pass comes near side to Schooler. Thought about a 3, dribbles inside, now to Hill. Free throw line jumper, back iron. The rebound is won by Hernandez. Now Kabayan brings it up for the Raiders, and it is tipped out for a moment. Possession stays with Lost River. Sub in for Lost River, it is Madison Holster, the junior. In for Lost River is Amaris Hernandez. Holster takes the inbound pass, has it well beyond the arc, head of the key, throws it near side to Herring, who just can't corral it. That turnover was given to the Antlers, didn't even really have to work for it. And now with 4.5 to go in the third, again, Bonanza a chance. Ness drives inside, kicks it outside to Arata. Arata now to Ness. Ness gets it to Garcia. The ball is tipped out of bounds by Turner, and the Antlers keep it. It's Hill to inbound. Hill kicks it quickly to Arata, puts it on the deck, tries to put it off the glass, can't get it to go, and Dalton collects the miss. Passes it ahead to Turner. Turner is going to bring it into the front court for Lost River. Here she is, guarded tightly by Garcia. Fires a pass to the near corner to Kabayan for 3. She got it. That is her second made triple of the game and extends Lost River's lead now to 9. Here to the front court now is Mary Schooler. Up to 10 now for Lost River. Arata to answer. Can't get it. The rebound picked up by Dalton. 19-9 the score. 3:45 to go. And a foul in the third quarter. Charge the foul to Breeza Garcia. It's her first. It's the team's second, and Coach Ray Struve will call time. We'll take it. Again, the score 19-9 in favor of Lost River. 3:45 to go in the third. We'll be back with more of the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week right after this.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Josh Eldridge back with you. Just got a score update from Henley Hornets basketball. The Lady Hornets leading the Phoenix Pirates 49-28 heading to the fourth quarter. That's the girls' game. The guys still to follow. Here in our game, 19-9. And about halfway through the third quarter, and Lost River leads Bonanza. Got to imagine we're going to be well past our 7:30 start time for the guys. But that's not to worry. We're going to be on the very same link right here on mybasin.com. The only difference is we'll be joined by the listeners on radio on News Talk 92.9 and 1150 KAGO. So we'll have some local radio joining us tonight for our Gino's Cafe Game of the Week. Lost River turns the ball over off the inbound. Schooler has it. The Antlers desperately need an answer, trailing by 10. And they've only scored 9 points all game. Here's Abby Hill on the block. Kicks it outside to Ness. Tries her luck from downtown and got it. Big triple there for Grace Ness. Give her 5 points. Now just a 7-point lead. Here comes Turner. Turner underhand dish to Cobayan. She's trapped. Gets it to Holster. Holster fields a double team. Gets rid of the pass to Dalton. Bounces it out to Cobayan. Bonanza playing staunch defense. Pass goes out to Herring. She tries to answer with a triple and does. They forgot about her, top of the key, and she makes them pay for it. First made triple of the game for Herring. Give her 4 points, and Lost River back up to a 10-point advantage. Here's Hill. Throws it to Schooler. Comes near corner to Arata. Drives inside. Bounces it to Garcia. Turn around, and she is going to be tied up. A held ball. Possession favors Bonanza. Ooh, bailed out there. Sub in. Ackley in for Garcia. And we're trying to find out who has held ball. It should be Bonanza, right? Yeah, the official signaled for Bonanza. It was Lost River who got on the baseline. But yeah, it should be Bonanza ball. And they will inbound with Grace Ness. Gets it to Schooler quickly. Thought about the quick shot. Drives inside. Shoots from the baseline and can't get it. I think that shot might have been bothered by Turner. Turner throws it to Dalton. Dalton has it, and she'll cross the timeline for the Raiders. Pass comes to Herring. Herring throws it to Holster. Intercepted by Ness. Ness outnumbered in transition, but she has the running start and scores. Grace Ness with 5 points this half, 7 for the game, and her team trails by 8, 22-14, 2:15 to go in the third quarter. Here's Lost River now into the front court. Dalton drives inside, slick feed underneath to Herring. Shot bothered by Hill, but back into the hands of Turner. Tries to go up with it, and a foul. And who are we charging the foul to? It looks like third foul for Bonanza, and the third for Arata. And Coach Struve picks up a technical foul. He was trying to voice his frustrations with the official. He'd been doing it for some time, and Coach Struve picking up the technical there. And not really a surprise. He was really letting the official hear it on that one, trying to defend his player who committed the foul inside. Also saying he missed calls on the other side of the floor, but regardless, yeah, you're going to keep hounding an official like that. More than likely, it's going to result in a technical. And this time it does for Ray Struve. And so now it'll be Avery Turner who shoots free throws. She misses the first. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, she'll earn 4 here. So misses her first. She's got a second one. Misses that one as well. Coach Struve trying to fire up his team, saying maybe, hey, if I can get in a little bit of trouble, fire you girls up, maybe we can get back into this one. So again, yeah, 2 more free throws coming up for Turner, as those were the technical free throws. These are the shooting foul, and she misses that one as well. Another one for Turner. It'll be her last of 4, and then the Raiders will get the ball back on their side of the floor. Fourth free throw is good, and so a 1-for-4 trip to the line for Avery Turner gives her 4 points for the game, and Lost River a 9-point advantage. And now they will inbound here near side at half court. Goes into the back court to Hernandez. And here come the Raiders. Pass comes near side to Herring. Herring puts it on the deck, drives inside, met there by Ackley, bounces it back outside to Turner. Turner, right-hand dribble, lofts it inside to Dalton. Goes to work inside, shot blocked by Hill, out of bounds, and the Raiders keep it. But Abby Hill rejecting that shot there from Dalton. Looks like we might get Taya Ogman checking in for Lost River in a moment, but not before this play here with Turner. Turner has it on the near side, drives inside, loses balance for a moment, and I think they're going to say that she charged, or she committed an offensive foul, extended her arm on the drive, and so now here is Taya Ogman checking in for Mackenzie Dalton. Grace Ness inbounds to Ackley, now back to Ness. Lost River on a press here, changing up the defensive look. Pass comes in the near corner, tipped out by Herring. This is the first time the Raiders have pressed. 1:29 to go in the third quarter. They're up by 9. Here's Ness. Ness throws it to Schooler, has it head of the key. Loses it for a moment, but recollects. Pass comes near side to Ness. Ness turns around, tries to drive baseline, lofts the pass inside to Arata, who scores. Arata now with 3 points, and her team trails 23-16 with 1:05 to go in the third quarter. Pass comes near to Turner. Turner puts it on the deck, kicks it back outside to Hernandez. Hernandez has it head of the key, tries to get it to Ogman. Pass winds up in the hands of Holster on the far side. Holster back to Hernandez. Hernandez now with 10 to shoot for the Raiders. Here's Herring. Herring now with 8 to shoot. Thought about a triple. Gets the defender to jump. Right elbow jumper is left short. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Bonanza basketball with 5 seconds now separating shot and game clock. 40 to go in the third. And the Raiders pressing. Here's Hill. Throws it to Schooler. Now ahead to Ness, back to Schooler. Schooler kicks it in the corner to Ackley. A long 2, won't go. Ball goes all the way back out to Schooler for 3. She got it. 23-19, 22 seconds to go in the third quarter. Can the Raiders answer? It's Turner. Bounces it to Herring. Herring driving the left elbow, dumps it underneath to Ogman. It's a turnover with 11 seconds to go in the third. The Antlers trying to make it a single possession ball game, and they can do it with a make here, but they don't have much time. 12 seconds to go. And Schooler has it. Schooler ahead to Ness. Ness rifles a pass ahead to Ackley. Ackley driving in, and a foul. It's a charge. Great job there by Avery Turner to get to the spot and stand up tall and take the harm, denying Bonanza a chance to trim the lead even further. But now with 4 8/10 of a second, the Raiders can try to get something off quickly. Turner has to inbound, getting it to Hernandez. Hernandez with now 3 seconds. She's going to hold on to it. No shot off to end the third quarter. Heading to the fourth in a 4-point ball game. 23-19. The Gino's Cafe Game of the Week continues next.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities. adding more threads to the fabric to make our community stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Put your fours up, ladies and gentlemen. We are ready for fourth quarter action from Lost River High School. The Gino's Cafe game of the week as the ladies from Lost River lead the Antlers from Bonanza 23-19. Here as we begin the fourth quarter, it is Lost River who starts with the basketball. In that third quarter, the Antlers outscored the Raiders 11-9. And were able to bring themselves back within 4. Trying to answer is Juliana Kabayan. Misses that triple. And the rebound into the hands of Ackley. Fires a pass ahead to Ness. All the way in and scores! 2-point game. Here are the Raiders. They try to answer. Avery Turner has it. Dribbles in. And she gets fouled. A chance to build upon this lead at the free throw line for Avery Turner. Turner, a senior, one of the leading scorers on this team, although at the free throw line today, she's had her struggles. She is 2 of 8 at the line in this game so far. Pardon me, 2 of 6 at the line. She's shooting free throws 7 and 8 right now. As Breeza Garcia checks in for Maggie Ackley. We'll set up the 5 on the floor for you for both teams right now. To begin the fourth quarter, it is Arata, Schooler, Garcia, Hill, and Ness on the floor for Bonanza. For Lost River, it's Herring, Dalton, Turner, Hernandez, and Kabayan. Turner, she made her first, and she missed her second. Ball goes out of bounds. No, it's a foul. Pardon me, I looked down for a moment, heard the whistle. It's a foul, and Dalton should be earning some free throws here. Mackenzie Dalton, she's 0 for 2 at the line with 6 points in the ball game so far. Want to give you a couple score updates while we have a moment. Our final from Oregon Tech tonight as the Lady Owls defeated College of Idaho, now extending their winning streak to, I believe, 9 games. That serves me correct. Yeah, 9 games. They picked up a 73-35 win against College of Idaho. As the second free throw missed for Dalton. It's a 4-point Raider lead. And now into the front court are the Antlers. Here's Ness. Over to Schooler. And a foul should earn Abby Hill some free throws. That's perfect because I wanted to give you one more score update, and this one from Phoenix. It's the Henley Lady Hornets, after 3 quarters, lead 49-28 against the Phoenix Pirates. We'll update you on a final from Phoenix once we get it. Again, those games being broadcast right now on mybasin.com as part of our continuing coverage of Henley basketball this season. Matt Bowling on the call on that game. Hill made her first. She makes her second. Now a one-possession game. 25-23, Lost River leads. Here's Isabel Herring. Passes it to Hernandez. Switches to a left-hand dribble. Now a right-hand dribble. Throws it over to Kabayan. Kabayan now to Herring. Jab step. Throws it to Turner. Ball tipped away. It's a foul. That's going to be a foul on Breeza Garcia for Bonanza. Third team foul for the Antlers for Breeza. It's her second. And here's Hernandez to inbound. Gets it to Kabayan. Kabayan has it. Passes it near side to Turner. Turner tries to dump it underneath. It's tipped back out to Turner. Guarded tightly by Abby Hill. Now underneath to Hernandez. Hernandez is going to travel. Yes, they got it. Good interior defense there by the Antlers, and Coach Hartman calls time. The Raiders feeling the Antlers creeping up behind them. 25-23, Lost River lead. 6.5 to go in the fourth. We'll be back on mybasin.com.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends. Yeah! Be great.
Participate.
Well, it hasn't exactly been back and forth. It was Lost River who led 9-4 after one, 14-8 at halftime, and 23-19 after the third quarter. But the Antlers just will not go away. And that is what triggered Jennifer Hartman to call timeout here with about 6.5 to go in the fourth quarter. This is just game 1 of 2 tonight from Lost River High School as the fellas getting ready to tune it up in just a little while. We'll have a short intermission between games, so we'll get you some post-game coverage for this one. We'll take a brief pause as we welcome in the radio listeners on News Talk 92.9 and 1150 KAGO, and then we'll have the boys broadcast coming up right then. Here we go, back into the action of this girls' contest, though. It's Grace Ness as the Antlers look to tie or take a lead off a Grace Ness triple. Can't hit it. Arata with the rebound. She's fouled. Charged the foul, I believe, to Isabel Herring. Let's see. It is. It's Herring's foul, the team's second. And for Herring, it's her first. And the Antlers still with the basketball, trailing by 2 with 6:25 to go in the fourth. They can tie or take the lead. Here's Schooler. Schooler has it, throws it to Ness, head of the key. Ness takes a screen going right, tries to split up the defense, loses the dribble. It stays with the Antlers. It was poked out by Lost River. And Ness to inbound. Ness kicks it to Schooler. Schooler driving inside, straight down Main Street. She's fouled. Grace Ness fired up on the near side. I don't blame her. Mary Schooler heading to the line for 2. Schooler with 5 points in the game so far. A made 2-point bucket in the first half, followed by a made triple in the third quarter. Now she's trying to tie things up at the free throw line with her first look from the penalty stripe tonight. Can't hit the first. Second one on the way for Schooler. That one also misses, and Lost River gets the miss. Here's Amaris Hernandez as the Raiders try to extend this lead. Been on a bit of a drought here to start this fourth quarter. Only 2 points in 2 minutes. Here's Turner. Turner fires a pass to Cobayan. Cobayan dumps it underneath to Dalton on the right block. Dalton goes to work, blocked by Hill. Hill kicks it out to Schooler. Schooler has it, crosses the timeline for Bonanza, brings it along the wing. Now to Hill at the free throw line, outside the Ness. Schooler thought about a 3, drives inside. She loses the handle for a moment, then recollects and travels in the process. Again, great interior defense by Lost River. They just make it so hard to score inside. Forcing a turnover there to hold on to the lead. Here's Turner racing into the front court for Lost River. Gets by a defender, dumps it to Dalton. A great pass, but Dalton can't finish. And now Schooler after the Bonanza rebound. Schooler into the front court, passes it to Ness, tries to get it back into Schooler. Underneath the bucket, she scores. We're tied. Raiders come the other way, tied at 25 with 5:10 to go in the ball game. Here's Turner. Turner throws it to Cobayan. Cobayan now to Hernandez. She tries a triple, banks it in! Hernandez, second made triple of the night, gives Lost River back the lead. Now here's Schooler as the Antlers try to answer. Grace Ness has it on the wing. Ness takes a screen to get head of the key, outside to Schooler. Schooler thought about a triple, throws it to Hill. Hill extended beyond the arc, head of the key, puts it on the deck, throws it to Schooler. Schooler again thought, she's staring down the rim, takes a long 2, Schooler drains it. Lost River still in front by 1 after that made 2-point bucket from Mary Schooler. 4.5 to go in the fourth quarter. The Raiders have it. It's Herring. Triggers a 3, can't hit. Rebound picked up by Turner. Right hand floater is in. She has got such good touch. Turner gives the Raiders a 3-point lead, 30-27, 4:12 to go in the ball game. Here's Schooler. Schooler kicks it out to Ness. Ness driving in, right hand shot off the glass, no. Rebound is picked up by Turner. Tough work on the glass for the Raiders. Turner fires a pass ahead to Cobayan. Cobayan back to Turner, uncontested triple, can't hit. And the rebound picked up by Ness. She's fouled. No, it's a held ball. Where does the possession go? Possession arrow's off. And it goes to the Antlers. .347 to go in a three-point ball game. Lost River, the home team, leading in this one. Here's Schooler. Schooler dribbles left, kicks it to Hill. Hill puts it on the deck, tries to drive the right side, terminates the dribble, kicks it outside to Ness in the corner. Now to Schooler on the wing. Schooler zips a pass inside to Hill. Her shot well off the mark, and the rebound is picked up by Lost River. Turner gets it. Turner into the front court. Passes it in the corner to Kabayan. Kabayan gets the pass underneath to Dalton. Dalton can't score, close to the rim. And here's Schooler. Schooler racing ahead for the Antlers. Finds Ness. Ness driving in, brings it back out beyond the arc. Throws it to Hill, and Hill gets fouled trying to receive the pass. Under 3 to go in a three-point game. Grace Ness to inbound for the Antlers. They can tie it with a three. Here's Garcia throwing it to Schooler. Schooler takes a screen going right. A long two is too strong. And the rebound goes to Lost River. Here's Hernandez for the Raiders into the front court. Brings it along the far side. Pass in the corner to Kabayan. Kabayan guarded tightly by Schooler. Spins around, goes back to the left. Bounce pass underneath to Herring. Herring tries to take it in. Reverse layup. She travels before she can get the shot off. And now the Antlers come the other way. It's Schooler. Timeout called by Coach Struve as his team gets into the front court. Will take time. 2:25 to go, a three-point ball game. Lost River leads Bonanza 30-27. The Gino's Cafe Game of the Week.
MyBasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
The pace and reach of social media,
The information of 24-hour news,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none.
Klamath Falls is a community that we love and a place that we are proud to call home.
Klamath Falls deserves a media group that is as committed to you as you are to Klamath Falls.
MyBasin.com is your go-to place for news,
Sports, events, and everything going on at home in Klamath Falls.
30-27, our score on the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on MyBasin.com. 2:25 to go in the ball game, and really, we're not even halfway done of our festivities tonight. The fellas to follow after this game is completed. It's always fun when the Antlers and the Raiders get together. This time, no different. Bonanza trailing at one point in this game by 7, and 10, I believe, was the biggest margin for Lost River. Now down to a 3-point. This game was tied earlier in the fourth quarter at 25. Since then, Lost River, they've jumped back out in front, but it'll be the Antlers who start with the basketball coming out of our break. There you see at the top of your screen, it is Vashti Arata to inbound. Gets it to Ness. Ness has it straight away, driving inside. Ness throws a pass to Abby Hill. Hill tries to drive inside, finds her way to the right end block. Now to Schooler. Schooler brings it out back beyond the arc, dumps it to Ness. 13 to shoot, to Garcia, close to the rim, she can't score. Rebound goes to Turner. Avery Turner with it. Turner trying to dribble right, kicks it outside to Herring. Herring for three, can't hit. And the rebound goes to Bonanza. Schooler has it on the far side. Schooler driving in. Bounce pass over to Ness. Ness driving left. Takes a couple screens now to Arata. Arata, right-handed floater off the glass and in a one-point game. 5 points for Arata, all in this second half. And here's Almaris Hernandez. Passes it to Herring. Herring puts it on the deck. The freshman fires a pass to Kabayan. Bouncing it underneath to Turner. Taken away by Bonanza. Schooler has it. A chance for the lead for the Antlers. Schooler loses it for a moment. Gets it back. And pass comes near side to Ness. Ness driving inside. Off the glass and in. Bonanza first lead of the night. With a minute to go. 31-30. The Antlers lead under a minute now. Turner to answer from long range. No. Dalton with the putback. It's in. Timeout is called. We'll take it. 32-31. Lost River leads. 49 seconds to go. This is the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week.
Parent of a high school athlete, I've given up trying to get pictures of my kid playing sports. It's nearly impossible to take pictures and enjoy the game. There is a solution though. God's Gifts Photography attends high school sporting events in the Basin to take individual and team action photos at a great price. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook to learn more. They'll come and capture your athlete in action, creating those frameable lifelong memories so you can watch and just enjoy the moment. Call 541-281-2206 to get your athlete on their schedule. God's Gifts Photography.
Bonanza took their first lead with a minute to go. The Raiders responded in 10 seconds. Now with 49 seconds to go, it's a 1-point ball game. And I believe the Antlers will have the ball coming out of the break. This one, like I said earlier, hadn't exactly been back and forth. Bonanza has scratched, clawed, and beaten their way back into this game right now to just trail by 1. It's been a good one so far. Here we go. The Antlers have it. It's Grace Net. It's Mary Schooler. Now over to Ackley. Ackley drives the block, can't score. Dalton with the rebound. 4 seconds separate shot and game clock. Now to Grace Ness. It's actually Avery Turner. Turner has it on the near side. Outside to Hernandez. Hernandez for 3. The dagger. No. Rebound. Out of bounds. No, it's Hill. Now to Schooler. 20 seconds to go. To Ness. Ahead. She is fouled. Earning free throws with 15 seconds to go. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it. 32-31, 15 to go in the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see 2 things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys and I want to see my high school. And those are the 2 memories that stick out the most to me.
32-31, Lost River leads, and when we come back, we will have free throws, I believe, for Bonanza. I think it was Grace Ness who's headed to the line, but we'll see in just a moment. A chance to tie and then take the lead with a couple of made free throws. This has been a fantastic basketball game so far, and Bonanza comes out and headed to the free throw line will be Grace Ness. Ness, with 2 points in the first half, has 7 in the second half. In previous trips to the line, she's 0 for 1. But you can't ask for bigger free throws at the end of the game. Here we go. The senior stares down the rim. The first free throw to tie is no good. She'll have a second. Antlers also have 2 fouls to give. They'll have to be quick if this free throw doesn't hit. Ness looking to tie with a make at the free throw line. She got it. Tied at 32. Raiders now with 14. They'll have the last shot and a chance to walk it off. Here's Turner. Brings it in the near side. She's trapped. Over to Hernandez for 3. No! It goes almost out of bounds. Raiders have it. Ness won't get it at the buzzer. We are headed to overtime. Did we get a foul? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Bonanza's cheering like crazy. Did we get a foul? Grace Ness was fouled at half court. Ness was fouled at half court. With zeros on the clock, she'll shoot free throws. Oh, man. Grace Ness shoots free throws for a chance to win. Wow. Fouled at half court? Oh, my. How do you make that call in this moment? That's what I'm most shocked about. How do you make that call at the buzzer? 0.3 seconds. That's not enough for a shot if Ness makes these free throws. Free throws offline. Timeout. Oh, boy. I love an exciting finish. But a foul called at half court? That is about the last thing I would have expected. Frankly, as a fan of both of these teams, as a fan of this game, frankly, the last thing I would have wanted. I would have loved overtime and a chance that we could still get overtime if Ness misses here. I could not fathom blowing the whistle half court with zeros on the clock. They don't even do that in the NBA. I mean, look, if there's a foul there, I suppose you have to call it. But a shooting foul at half court with zeros? I'm sorry. It's hard for me to get over that one. Ness will have a chance to win. Look, again, I'm not saying she wasn't fouled. I'm not saying that you don't call a foul in the last minute of the game, in the last second of the game. But that is a bold call to make. Now a chance to win without an opportunity for Lost River to respond. Grace Ness at the line. The shot that could win this one is in the air. She misses. But since she was fouled at half court, she has earned a third free throw. Not before Coach Hartman calls time. Boy, oh boy, this one is coming right down to it. .32. 0.3 of a second to go, and one more free throw on the way for Grace Ness. I mean, really, if this shot misses, we should be going directly to overtime. If this shot is made, it'll be done. I mean, it comes down to this shot right here from Grace Ness. Ness today is 1 of 5. A chance for the ball game. The shot is up. It's good. Ness shoots at the line. There's 3 seconds to go. And let's see. Off the floor. I think, did Bonanza just get a technical for racing the floor with 3/10 left? If I was Coach Hartman, I would ask for that. I would ask for that extremely hard right about now. The entire team raced the floor. Probably should be a technical. If we're going to call every last thing that happens here, we should probably give Lost River free throw. I mean, I'm just trying to be as impartial as I can here. What do you do? Does Lost River get free throws? Do you foul the bench for Bonanza? Coach Drew was telling his team, get the heck off the floor. We still have 3/10 to play. What are we doing? Officials conversating about this. Bonanza took the lead. What do we have here? And now we're going to the scorer's table. Our official, I think that Bonanza and our Lost River should earn free throws personally after Bonanza raced the floor here. And again, trying to be as impartial as I can, Bonanza benefited from an extremely unusual call here a moment ago. Lost River is probably going to benefit from an equally as unusual call here. Let's see what happens. What do we got? Yes, here we go. Technical assessed to Bonanza. Avery Turner to the line. Turner will shoot 2. A chance to take the lead or tie on free throws here, but Coach Struve is going to call time. Well, I mean, the end of this game has been something like I've never, ever seen before in my 7 years of broadcasting high school basketball. Just to recap it for you, if you're just joining us, asking where the heck are the Bonanza and Lost River boys, the end of this game has been crazy. I mean, Lost River had the lead, then it was tied up, coming the other way. Bonanza had almost no time left. A shot was fired at half court from Grace Ness at the buzzer. Zeros on the clock. At half court, though, she was fouled and earned 3 free throws. Now, she tied it up with one. She tied it up with one made free throw. And then, she gave them the lead on one made free throw. See, it's so crazy. I can't even really recall what happened. She gave them the lead on one of these 3 made free throws. Then Bonanza stormed the court. Because of that, Lost River earns free throws here. Turner ties it at 33. And a chance to win with a made free throw here. An absolutely bananas finish. We still might not even be done yet. Turner at the line. Misses. Lost River, 0.3 of a second. They'll have the basketball. Someone's got to inbound. They won't have enough time to get the shot off. At least, I don't think so. As far as the NBA rules go, you need 0.4 of a second. We're going to overtime. Bonanza, this has been a crazy game. We'll take a break. We'll talk about it when we come back. The Gino's Cafe Game of the Week heads to overtime, tied at 33 next on mybasin.com.
Wait, all I do is wait. So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place that feels as good as home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
Well, we're headed to overtime, tied up at 33 in the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week. We'll be joined by the radio audience in just a little while on News Talk 92.9 and 1150 KAGO. What a wild sequence at the end of this girls' game. Bonanza had the lead on a crazy call at the end. They raced the floor and gave up a technical that allowed Lost River to tie. This is crazy here at Lost River. But we expected a good one between these two teams. We've certainly been treated to that. Here we go in overtime. It's Avery Turner with it, head of the key. Turner tries to drive right with it, drives all the way past every defender, lays it up and in, and that is how we start overtime with 2 points from Avery Turner. Mary Schooler now into the front court for Bonanza. Schooler has it, takes it right, head of the key. Bouncing it now near side to Ness. Ness brings it back out beyond the arc, unguarded. Now to Schooler. Schooler drives all the way in with her back to the basket, tries to get it inside to Hill. Ball goes out of bounds. It was last touched by Bonanza, so Lost River will have it. Amaris Hernandez to inbound, gets it to Avery Turner. Turner crosses the timeline for the Raiders. Turner dumps it off, pick and roll. Herring drives in, she gets fouled, won't get the bucket, but 2 free throws coming up for the freshman, Isabel Herring. Free throw from Herring rolls off, trying to give Lost River a 3-point advantage. And the second one is good, 36-33. And here's Schooler into the front court for Bonanza. Now it's Ness. Ness gets by one defender, kicks it out to Schooler. Schooler head fakes, takes a long two, splash! Into the front court comes Lost River. They lead by one, 36-35, and a foul. Lost River will have it. The foul's going to be charged to Grace Ness. For Ness, that is her first. Free throws coming for Amaris Hernandez. Hernandez misses her first. Hernandez makes her second, makes it a 2-point advantage for Lost River. 37-35, here come the Antlers. Schooler with it, bouncing it to Grace Ness. Ness has it near side. Takes a screen to get to the right block, has it poked free, ball goes out of bounds, last touched by Lost River. Inbound pass finds its way to Ness, out of bounds. No, it's a foul. Should earn Grace some free throws, and it does. You know, Grace Ness has got to be thinking about those free throws she took with 0.3 of a second left to go in the fourth quarter. She shot 3. She made 1. That is what tied it, or pardon me, is what gave Bonanza a lead, for which then they stormed the court with 0.3 of a second to go, got a technical, and Lost River was able to tie it. I mean, it was an absolutely bananas final sequence. Ness misses her first free throws here, and she's got a second one to try to bring Bonanza back within 1. And she does. 37-36, 2.5 to go in overtime. Herring has it taken away by Vashti Arata. Arata, outnumbered in transition, stops on the block, whips a pass outside to Ness. Ness has it in the corner, now to Schooler. Schooler has it. Backs out beyond the arc. Schooler loses it. She has it taken away by Herring. Herring and the Raiders outnumbered in transition. It's poked out of bounds. Ball is going to stay in possession of Lost River. 2 minutes to go, and a 1-point lead for the Raiders. Inbound pass to Turner. Turner puts it on the deck, drives inside, kicks it out to Kabayan, but she's fouled first. Turner heading to the line. Turner trying to extend the lead. She makes the first. Now a 38-36 advantage for the Raiders, trying to make it a 3-point ball game, and she does not. Dalton with the putback, she misses. The rebound goes to Ackley. Antlers trailing by 2. Ackley drives all the way in, outside to Schooler. She thought about a triple, thinks twice, brings it back out for a long 2. Schooler front iron, no. Rebound picked up by Kobayan. Now to Turner. Antlers looking for a score here. Pardon me, the Raiders looking for a score here. It'd go a long way with 1.5 minutes to go. They're up by 2. Turner, 3, can't hit. Dalton with the miss. Dalton goes back up, and she's fouled. She'll shoot 2. Mackenzie Dalton at the line so far today is 1 of 4, and she's got 6 points. She misses the first. More coming, just one more. Dalton makes the second. 3-point ball game. Lost River in front. Here's Schooler. Schooler drives in, back out on the right side. Looking for Ness and finds her. Ness has it, head of the key, driving inside. Ness is going to travel. Tried to back down the defender and picked up her foot. And now 1:10 to go. The Raiders trying to find the dagger. With 1 minute in overtime, they lead by 3. They almost turn the ball over, but Arata tips it out of bounds. And so the Raiders maintain possession. They'll be inbounding it here on the bottom of your screen, but not before Coach Struve calls time. We'll take it. 1 minute and 3 seconds here in overtime. Lost River leads 39-36. The Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on mybasin.com.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Back with you at Lost River High School. So glad to be with you tonight. It has been a fun time. It's been a confusing time. It's been exciting. I think that's the word I would use, exciting. If you don't like this, you don't like basketball. 39-36 the lead here in overtime for Lost River. The reason the score bug isn't on your screen right now is because the Lost River girls are inbounding here at the bottom of your screen. I want to have you see it best you can, although it's not exactly easy here. We'll get the score bug back up for you. The inbound pass goes underneath to Herring. Up with it. It hangs on the rim. Does not go. Bonanza collects the miss. It's Breeza Garcia. Throws it ahead to Ness. Here come the Antlers. They trail by 3 with 53 seconds to go. Here's Ness. Ness to Schooler. Schooler has her 3 blocked. Blocked by Cobayan. Here comes Turner into the front court. The Raiders slow it down. 10 seconds separate shot and game clock. A score here could seal it for the Raiders. Here's Turner around the defender, driving in, off the glass. No, the Antlers have it, and she's fouled. Mary Schooler is fouled, and she'll shoot a couple of free throws for it. Schooler won't be able to tie it here, but she'll be able to bring the Raiders within 1. Schooler at the free throw line today is 0 for 2, and she's got 8 points overall. Gotta hit these ones here. Schooler ready to go. Here it is. It's a make. 39-37. Another one here would bring the Antlers within 1, but not before we've got time. We'll stick with you through this timeout. 39-37, one more free throw pending for Mary Schooler again, just to give you an idea of what is on the line here. Lost River, an unblemished league record. They are 3-0, 10-4 overall on the season. Bonanza 2-1 in league play, 9-7 overall. If they win here, it would create a 3-way tie for first place in the East Cascades Conference. We were talking about Trinity Lutheran earlier today. Well, they won their game 51-30 against Culver earlier. So they are right now a half game back of Lost River. Bonanza a half game back of Trinity Lutheran. But again, a win here would pull everybody even for first place. If Lost River holds on to win, they would still have sole possession of first place in the East Cascades Conference and remain unblemished in conference play. But before we get there, it's Mary Schooler who will shoot a free throw to try to bring the Antlers within 1 with 32 seconds left to go in overtime. Schooler's free throw pending. It is up. It is good, and the Antlers within 1. They've got to foul or create a turnover. They're going to quickly foul Turner and send her to the line. And Avery Turner shooting 2, trying to put Lost River back out in front by 3. Turner's free throw is no good on the first attempt. She's got a second one coming up. It is no good. Rebound, Bonanza. It's Schooler. They trail by one. Shot clock is off. Schooler races in. They can take the last shot if they want it. Here's Ness now. Ness has it on the right side. Brings it around the middle. Terminates the dribble. Kicks it out to Schooler. Schooler, right-handed dribble. They get tied up at the free throw line. Pass goes inside to Garcia, who has it. 10 seconds to go. There's a pile of bodies in the paint. Possession arrow is off. Who does it favor? Who do we go with? Lost River gets the basketball back with 8 seconds to go. The Antlers have to foul, and they have to hope for misses. They don't have much time. They could get a turnover, possibly. It'll be Turner to inbound. It's Bonanza's ball. The shot clock, the possession arrow was off. It's off on the scoreboard. They had to converse. Bonanza still has it. They still have it with 8 seconds. Ness to inbound. Inbounds to Schooler. Now with 7 seconds. Here's Hill. Turnaround Jay. No. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touched by Bonanza. The Raiders have it with 3 seconds to go. Hill fired a contested shot. Might have thought she had less time than she did. And now, gotta get a turnover quickly. Gotta guard tightly. Inbound pass to Turner goes out of bounds. The Antlers have it with 1 second left. They're gonna have to catch and shoot. That's the only way. They're down by 1. It's gonna have to be quick. Here we go. It's gonna be Ness to inbound. Ness finds Schooler. She puts it on the deck. Her shot is blocked. Her shot is blocked. Lost River wins. Zuliana Kabayan with the defensive stop. And the Raiders hold on to win this one in overtime. 39-38 the final. We'll be back to recap it for you coming up in just a bit. The Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on mybasin.com.
Parent of a high school athlete, I've given up trying to get pictures of my kid playing sports. It's nearly impossible to take pictures and enjoy the game. There is a solution though. God's Gifts Photography attends high school sporting events in the Basin to take individual and team action photos at a great price. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook to learn more. They'll come and capture your athlete in action, creating those frameable lifelong memories so you can watch and just enjoy the moment. Call 541-281-2206 to get your athlete on their schedule. God's Gifts Photography.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account to retirement planning and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
At mybasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
The pace and reach of social media,
The information of 24-hour news,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none.
Klamath Falls is a community that we love and a place that we are proud to call home.
Klamath Falls deserves a media group that is as committed to you as you are to Klamath Falls.
mybasin.com is your go-to place for news,
Sports, events, and everything going on at home in Klamath Falls.
39-38 the final in the girls varsity contest tonight at Lost River High School, and the Raiders come away victorious. We'll introduce you to the leading scorers here. First for the Raiders, it was 11 points for Avery Turner, 10 for Mackenzie Dalton, 7 for Amaris Hernandez, 6 for Zuliana Kabayan, and 5 for Isabel Herring. Your scorers for the Raiders. Now for Bonanza. They were led in scoring in twofold by Grace Ness and Mary Schooler, each with 12. They got 7 from Vashti Arata, 2 from Maggie Ackley and Abby Hill, and 1 from each Ayla DeLong and Breeza Garcia. For this win and a fantastic effort in an instant classic, Lost River, they improve on the season now to 11-4. 4-0 in East Cascades Conference play. They have sole possession of first place. Meantime, for Bonanza, they are now 2-2 in sole possession of third place in the East Cascades Conference. They fall to 9-8 on the season. We're going to take a couple of minute break and get ready for the boys varsity contest tonight, which is scheduled to start in about 12 minutes. We'll try to be back with you in about 5 as we get ready and are joined by the radio listeners on News Talk 92.9 and 1150 KAGO. This is the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week, and it continues in just a moment. And welcome back to the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on News Talk 92.9 and 1150 KAGO with live free video tonight on mybasin.com. The girls' game ran a little bit long tonight, but for good reason. A 39-38 victory in overtime for the Lost River Raiders was an instant classic. Sets us up for a guys' game which is set to be just as good. Josh Eldridge with you. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Bonanza Antlers play today, 11-3 overall on the season, 2-1 in East Cascades Conference play. The Raiders 13-1, carrying a 13-game winning streak into this contest, 3-0 in East Cascades Conference play. We'll take a look at the conference. We'll take a look at the season each of these two teams have had so far before we get ready for starting lineups and tip-off. It's all coming up next on the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on News Talk 92.9 and 1150 KAGO with free HD video on mybasin.com. Leave it right here.
parent of a high school athlete, I've given up trying to get pictures of my kid playing sports. It's nearly impossible to take pictures and enjoy the game. There is a solution, though. God's Gifts Photography attends high school sporting events in the Basin to take individual and team action photos at a great price. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook to learn more. They'll come and capture your athlete in action, creating those frameable lifelong memories so you can watch and just enjoy the moment. Call 541-281-2206 to get your athlete on their schedule. God's Gifts Photography.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and little league teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account to retirement planning and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
At mybasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
The pace and reach of social media,
The information of 24-hour news,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none.
Klamath Falls is a community that we love and a place that we are proud to call home.
Klamath Falls deserves a media group that is as committed to you as you are to Klamath Falls.
mybasin.com is your go-to place for news,
Sports, events, and everything going on at home in Klamath Falls.
Josh Eldridge back with you, getting ready for our Gino's Cafe game of the week tonight on News Talk 92.9 and 1150 KAGO, with free live video tonight on mybasin.com. So glad to be with you this evening. Again, talked about it a little bit earlier. The girls' game tonight ran a little bit long, went into overtime. A 1-point victory for Lost River kept them unbeaten in league play. These fellas looking for a similar outcome for themselves. As we take a look at Lost River on the season so far, they are 13-1. Their one loss was opening night to 1A and Klamath Falls rival Cross Point Christian, 44-40. Since then, they have rung up 13 consecutive wins, including a revenge win against Cross Point Christian, 62-59 back at the Basin Bash on December 27th. Since then, smooth sailing for these Lost River Raiders, as again, they are ranked number 11 in the OSAA Power Rankings and 13-1 on the season. For Bonanza, well, they're 11-3 on the season, number 10 in the OSAA Computer Rankings. They have had a great start to the season as well. They won 10 consecutive games in the middle of the season. They started 0-1, rang off a string of 10 consecutive wins before losing their second league game of the year to Trinity Lutheran, 67-51. They lost to 3A Cascade Christian back on Monday, turned around and beat a league opponent to get back to winning ways on Tuesday. They beat Culver 55-44. This is going to be a great game. Whenever the Antlers and the Raiders get together, it's always great. But when they're both at the top of the game, it is even better. As we take just a quick look now at the East Cascades Conference standings heading into this one. Lost River, as I said, 3-0. 13-1. They are leading the conference right now. Trinity Lutheran is 2-0, 8-8 overall, and Trinity Lutheran is playing Culver tonight. If we get a final score for that one, I'll give it to you throughout tonight's broadcast. Bonanza is 2-1 in third place in the East Cascades Conference. They are 11-3 overall on the season. Culver is fourth, Oak Ridge is fifth, and Lowell is sixth. The teams rounding out the bottom half of the East Cascades Conference. Bonanza and Lost River both moving up to 2A this year after spending the previous couple of seasons in the 1A Mountain Valley League. Find it interesting, in this newly formed East Cascades Conference, it's the three Mountain Valley League teams that left and joined this conference that are at the top: Lost River, Trinity Lutheran, and Bonanza. Only two teams get an automatic bid to the playoffs, and we got two of the top three right in front of us. In a rivalry game, the Lost River Raiders take on the Bonanza Antlers, and we'll be back with starting lineups next on News Talk 92.9 and 1150 KAGO and mybasin.com with the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place home. And then I heard your voice. I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Josh Eldridge back with you ahead of game time tonight between the Bonanza Antlers and the Lost River Raiders. Welcome you into Merrill, Oregon, and the campus of Lost River High School, just a few miles south of Klamath Falls, about 17 miles away from Bonanza, Oregon. And boy, oh boy, whenever these two teams get together, it is a great time. The gym is packed this evening. Across the way, if you're watching on mybasin.com, you can see all the Bonanza fans who have been here from the beginning. Underneath our broadcast location in the Crow's Nest here at Lost River, you can see, I can get you a decent shot of a handful of the Raider fans that are here tonight. Just know that little section you see right there, it's like that all the way across the gym tonight. It is going to be a good one as we get introduced to the starting lineups. And we will start by meeting the starting five for the Bonanza Antlers. Coach Campbell Ness talked to him earlier. He said his starting lineup today was a game-time decision. Well, here's game time. Let's see his decision. Starting, a senior, 5'11", Victor Gonzalez. Starting, a senior, 5'8", Tristan McGann. A junior, number 14, 6'6", Alex Renzetti. A sophomore, 5'7", 22, Isaac Noble. And number 24, Dominic Lamboy. The Antlers are coached by Campbell Ness. Now let's go ahead and meet the starting five for the Lost River Raiders. Number 2, a senior, Doug Jenkins. Number 12, a senior, Noah O'Neill. Number 33, a senior, Tate Freeman. Number 40, a senior, Caden Hartman. And number 42, a senior, Bo Sanders. The Raiders are coached by Brad Johnson. Get our scoreboard on the screen for those of you watching for free tonight on mybasin.com. Thank you so much for choosing us tonight. Lots of other basketball happening around our Klamath Falls area. Of course, the Oregon Tech Hustlin' Owls at home against College of Idaho tonight. The Henley Hornets on the road against the Phoenix Pirates tonight. We'll get you score updates on each of those games as we continue here tonight at Lost River High School. In the circle, it's Tate Freeman, it's Alex Renzetti, and here we go, and it's the Antlers who are in their red road uniforms who win the opening tip as they go from left to right. Quick pass in the corner to Tristan McGann, triggers a three, won't get it. The rebound picked up by Caden Hartman. Now the Raiders in their white uniforms go from right to left. The pass goes ahead to Doug Jenkins, leaves the lay-in short. The rebound is put back up and in by Bo Sanders, and the Raiders strike first tonight. They lead 2-0 with 7.5 to go in the first quarter. Victor Gonzalez looking for an answer now on the other side. Kicks it outside to Renzetti. Now McGann, now into the hands of Gonzalez. Gonzalez has it head of the key. Whips it to McGann on the left side. McGann drives inside. Left elbow jumper is in for Tristan McGann. And the Raiders come in the other way. We are tied up at 2. Pass goes into the front court to Jenkins. Jenkins fires a pass down low. It is almost taken away, but into the hands of Sanders. Sanders rifles the pass across to Hartman. Now to the hands of Freeman. Catch and shoot three. Head of the key. Rolls off. And Renzetti collects the board. Throws it ahead to Gonzalez. Gonzalez fires the pass ahead to McGann into the front court. McGann rifles the pass near side to Noble. Finds Renzetti out on the right side. Wing for three. Won't go. The rebound picked up by Hartman. Now here come the Raiders. Slowly led by Hartman as they again go from right to left. He's met at half court by 2 Antlers and turns the ball over into the hands of Gonzalez. Passes it ahead to Noble. Noble, tough bucket, gets it. Oh my, what a finish for Isaac Noble at the cup. His Antlers are up 4-2 with 6.5 to go in the first quarter. Pass goes in front to Freeman. Freeman bounces it underneath to the cutting O'Neal, who uses his left hand to score. O'Neal with his first 2 points, and the Antlers into the front court. It's McGann. McGann gets around one defender, gets around 2, tries to lay it up and in, but it's too strong. And bringing the ball down was Caden Hartman. Hartman also brings the ball up the floor, passes it in the near corner to O'Neal. Down on the block to Sanders, fields a double team, kicks it back outside to Hartman, who triggers a triple. It rims out. Rebound picked up by Renzetti. Renzetti tried to get the pass off, but instead will be fouled by Bo Sanders. And so this will be Bonanza inbounding the ball away from the basket with Renzetti to do the honors. First meeting between the Raiders and the Antlers this year. Cross-county rivals, always a good one. Here's Gonzalez, throws it to McGann, finds Renzetti head of the key. Renzetti puts it on the deck, left-hand dribble, kicks it out to Gonzalez in the far corner for a triple. Splash! Victor Gonzalez with a made triple to put the Antlers up by 3. The score 7-4, and a turnover on the other side, or I think the Raiders actually keep this one. It was tipped out. Victor Gonzalez with a made triple. Bonanza leads 7-4. Here's Caden Hartman with it now. Hartman trying to call for a screen, top of the key, fires a pass near side to Noah O'Neal. O'Neal feeds Hartman again, well beyond the arc straight away. Dumps it underneath to Freeman. Freeman puts it on the deck. Free throw line jumper rejected by Renzetti. Now the Antlers come the other way. Noble kicks a pass out to McGann, but not before he travels. Raiders will take it, trailing 7-4 with 5.5 to go in the first quarter. Here's Doug Jenkins. Jenkins to Freeman. Finds Sanders underneath. Sanders uses the glass, but he can't score. Rebound picked up by Renzetti. Fires it ahead to Noble. Bounces it ahead to Lamboy. Lamboy has it now. Back outside to Renzetti. Renzetti, a shot from 10. Back iron. Rebound picked up by Freeman. Throws it ahead to Hartman. Here comes Caden Hartman. Ahead for Lost River. Gets by one defender. Fires a pass underneath to Sanders. This time he scores from the right side. Bo Sanders makes it a 1-point game. It's 7-6. Bonanza leads 4:50 to go in the first quarter. Here's Lamboy with it. Lamboy bounces a pass to McGann. One step inside the arc, left side. Finds Noble now near side. Here's Lamboy. Lamboy bounces it to Gonzalez, cutting to the rim, off the glass and in. Victor Gonzalez for 2. 5 points in the ball game. Bonanza back up by 3, and a steal and a score by Isaac Noble. Give him 4 points, and Bonanza an 11-6 lead. Here's O'Neal into the front court for Lost River. He'll be fouled. We'll see who they charge the foul to. It'll be first foul for the Raiders. For the Antlers. And the first for Victor Gonzalez. Hartman to inbound. Finds Freeman in the near corner. Freeman fires a pass over to Jenkins. Jenkins puts it on the deck. Right-handed pass now to Hartman. Hartman, again, directing traffic, head of the key. Pass near side to O'Neal. Zips it to Freeman in the corner. Freeman back, head of the key to Hartman. Well beyond the arc. Hartman puts it on the deck. Jenkins around the horn to O'Neal. O'Neal has it in the far corner. Fields a double team. He's trapped by Lamboy and Gonzalez. Feeds Sanders underneath. His shot is offline. Ball tipped out of bounds by Jenkins on the rebound. And so it'll be Bonanza ball as Garrett Gallagher gets ready to check in for Alex Renzetti and the Bonanza Antlers. Looks like we're also going to have Connor Guthrie into the game for Doug Jenkins and the Lost River Raiders. Pardon me, he'll check in for Bo Sanders, actually. All right, got the subs sorted out, and we are ready to go with Tristan McGann, bringing the ball up the floor for Bonanza. McGann has it head of the key between the circles. Dribble drive, kick outside to Noble, now to the hands of Gonzalez. Head fakes a three, drives left side, steps back, feeds Noble underneath, back to Gonzalez, give and go to Lamboy, off the glass, won't score. Rebound is going to result in a foul. It's on the floor, and it's against Lost River. It's the Raiders' second foul. And this foul is going to be charged to Connor Guthrie, the new entrant into the game, as Dominic Lamboy inbounds the ball. Lamboy lofts it head of the key. It's intercepted by Hartman. Rifles a pass ahead to Freeman. Freeman scores in transition. Antlers already have it in the paint on the other side. Lamboy throws it up off the glass, can't get it to go, and Guthrie has it. Lost River trailing 11-8 with 3:20 to go in the first quarter. Pass goes ahead to Freeman, and he's fouled by Isaac Noble. Now we'll see Colby Medeiros check into the game. Medeiros in for McGann. And Lost River to inbound into Hartman. Hartman fires a pass near side to Jenkins. Jenkins back to Hartman, well beyond the arc between the circles. Back to Jenkins, left wing. Jenkins puts it on the deck, back to Hartman, hasn't moved. Hartman back to Jenkins, hasn't moved. Now Jenkins puts it on the deck, drives right for a moment, feeds Hartman, top of the key, now underneath to O'Neal. O'Neal drives inside, shoulder down, shot up, no, his putback is in. And brings Lost River back within one. Noah O'Neal now with 4 points in the contest. And now Antlers trying to respond. Gallagher fires a pass near corner. Now into the hands of Gonzalez. Back to Gallagher. Gallagher on the left block. Trying to go up and under. Can't get the shot to go. And the Raiders collect the miss. Here's Freeman in the open floor. Freeman goes all the way in. And a blocking foul called against Victor Gonzalez. Gonzalez had the spot, beat his man, but was sort of leaning backwards as he was preparing for that contact. I think that's what the official called, was that Gonzalez didn't have all of his weight fully set, even if his feet were. Kind of a tough bang-bang call to make, but it's going to result in free throws for Tate Freeman, the first free throws of the game for either team. And he makes his first to tie us up at 11. Freeman now trying to give the Raiders a lead. And a lane violation against Renzetti. We'll see if they give Freeman a second free throw. And I think they will, yeah. Second look at it after Renzetti stepped over the line. So here's Freeman's second look. It's good. Lost River with the lead, 12-11, with 2.5 to go in the first quarter. Here's Gallagher, zips a pass to Renzetti. Jab step left, drives right, all the way in, off the glass and in. Alex Renzetti, the 6'6" player for Bonanza, just makes it look so easy. Now here's Freeman. Freeman trying to get a pass underneath to Jenkins, intercepted by Renzetti, leapt up and grabbed it. Now Gallagher skips a pass ahead to Noble, feeds Renzetti top of the key, drives right, inside, and a charge. Here we go. We thought it was going to be a foul against Renzetti, but instead the near official calls a shooting foul a foul on the floor against Lost River. I'm going to have to talk about this with the officials. Of course, we have a difference of opinion. One official called a charge against Renzetti. Another called a foul on the floor against Lost River. And so they are going to charge Guthrie with the foul, and Bonanza will inbound. Gallagher to inbound, finds Noble head of the key. Noble throws it to Medeiros on the left wing. Medeiros brings it around between the circles. Now Renzetti kicks it to Gonzalez. Victor trying to direct traffic, finds Gallagher, top of the key, fakes a pass, knifes it between his legs, finds Medeiros, passes it to Renzetti on the right block, back outside to Medeiros, 19 to shoot. Here's Gallagher. Gallagher fakes a pass left, drives right baseline, uses the glass to score. Score 15-12 in favor of Bonanza with 1:35 to go in the first period. Here's Jenkins rifling a pass far side to Freeman, tried to go baseline, had it poked free from behind by Gonzalez, but the Raiders will keep possession. A couple of subs in for both teams. Dominic Lamboy in for Isaac Noble and the Antlers. We're going to have Doug Jenkins and Bo Sanders in for Kellen Dunley and Tate Freeman for the Raiders. Inbound pass quickly. No, pardon me. Freeman stays in the game. Just had his shot blocked. Who did he sub in for? I think it was Guthrie who subbed out. I misread 23 and 33. So we'll get you the 5 on the floor for the Raiders. It's O'Neal, Freeman, Jenkins, Hartman, and Sanders. For Lost River, Gonzalez, Lamboy, Gallagher, Renzetti, and Medeiros. And after that, Bo Sanders is going to score off the right block on the inside. Now it's a 1-point ball game. Here's Bonanza to the front court. It's Lamboy back outside to Gonzalez. Now Lamboy has it again. Can't corral the pass. Out of bounds it goes, and the Raiders have it. (15-14). Bonanza leads. They'll have Tristan McGann check in for Victor Gonzalez. There is 1 minute and 6 seconds to go in the first quarter. Pass comes near side for Lost River's Doug to Noah O'Neal. O'Neal has it once more. O'Neal feeds Hartman. Now back to Jenkins on the far side. Jenkins back to Hartman. Feeds Sanders on the left block. Kicks it back outside to Hartman. Thought about a three, then thought twice. Now over to Jenkins. Jenkins jab step left. Drives right. Gets it to Hartman. Now O'Neal. O'Neal catch and shoot three. I think it was blocked by Medeiros. Antlers with the miss. Gallagher racing ahead. Kicks it to Lamboy. Lamboy driving in. Bounce pass in the corner. Medeiros catch and shoot three. Back iron. Rebound put back. No. The rebound finally into the hands of Lost River. Freeman can't control it. He lets it go out of bounds. And the Antlers will take it. Garrett Gallagher to inbound. Finds McGann on the left wing. McGann putting it on the deck, right-hand dribble, trying to call for a screen, guarded tightly by Freeman, spins around him, drives all the way in, but can't score. The rebound into the hands of Sanders, throws it to Hartman, fires a pass ahead all the way in to Noah O'Neal, who was left completely unguarded in transition. Lost River takes a 1-point lead, 8 seconds to go. Bonanza looking for a score. Here's Gallagher, skates in and scores. Now with 2 seconds, a full court heave is offline, and we will head to the second quarter in a back-and-forth game with Bonanza up 17-16 on the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week. And you've got it on News Talk 92.9 and 1150 KAGO and mybasin.com.
Not corporate. At Clown Falls Subaru, we built our business on that simple promise. Well, that and some of the best people you're ever going to meet. Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Clown Falls Subaru. Our 62 employees make it easy for us to live up to our comfortable, not corporate philosophy. Friendly faces, easy answers, straight talk, fairness, and exceptional service. These are the things you expect. These are the things that all of our people deliver. Our management team, sales pros, certified service and body shop techs, lot attendants, and detail experts are all 100% focused on you. Local people putting their friends and neighbors first. At Clown Falls Subaru, that's the only way we do business. It's comfortable, not corporate. Our team members also spend hundreds of hours each year supporting local charities and events through the Subaru Love Promise. That's the kind of people they are. We're very proud of them. They're your friends, they're your neighbors, they're glad to know you, and they want you to be glad to know them too. I'm Rob, and this is what makes us comfortable, not corporate.
Welcome back to Lost River High School. A catch and shoot three is how we start the second quarter from Lost River. It's a miss from Caden Hartman, and then a turnover. Sanders is going to take it in, can't score. Ball goes out of bounds. That luckily gives us a moment to reset this one as we join the second quarter already in action. A game that Bonanza leads 17-16. Our Gino's Cafe Game of the Week. It'll be Lost River, who starts with the ball after the win out of bounds. It's Noah O'Neal, feeds Hartman in the corner. Now Freeman. Freeman now straight away to Jenkins. Thought about a three, then won't go for it. Here's O'Neal now on the right wing. Guarded by Lamboy. Throws it to Hartman. Now to the hands of Jenkins. Jenkins right-hand dribble. Throws it to Hartman. Hartman, ball high above his head. Dumps it off to Freeman. Freeman finds O'Neal cutting to the cup. Lay-in is too strong. Sanders with the rebound. They're going to call a foul on the floor against Bonanza. Thought Sanders might have thrown an elbow around in there, but he doesn't get whistled for it. And the Raiders will keep possession. Here they have it. It's Hartman with it, head of the key. Throws it to Jenkins. Catch and shoot, triple too strong. The rebound to the hands of Freeman. Freeman has it on the baseline, backs back out, finds Jenkins again. Jenkins, cross-court pass to O'Neal, one step inside the arc on the far side, kicks it back outside to Hartman. Now Freeman. Freeman, bounce pass inside to Sanders. He loses it for a moment, kicks it back out to O'Neal, leaves the mid-range short, and now to Renzetti. Kicks it ahead to Medeiros. Medeiros pass inside to McGann. Give back to Medeiros, who's fouled on the shot. Medeiros should be earning a couple of free throws. No, they're going to say this is on the floor. Don't quite know when he took contact before he was shooting, but in fact he did, according to the official, and it'll be Garrett Gallagher to inbound. Bounces it quickly to Medeiros. Tough bucket past the contact and in. 19-16 the score. 6:41 to go in the second quarter. That was the first bucket for Colby Medeiros. Now here's Lost River. Here's Freeman on the right block. Tried to feed Sanders underneath, but it's tipped out of bounds by Gallagher, and the Raiders keep it. Here's O'Neal to inbound. O'Neal, inbound pass intercepted by McGann. Fires a pass ahead to Medeiros or Lamboy. They kind of had their wires crossed here, but Bonanza now feeds Renzetti beyond the arc. Kicks it to Medeiros. Medeiros underhand feed to McGann. Now near corner to Lamboy. Catch and shoot, triple no. And the rebound into the hands of Hartman. Breaks a double team on the baseline. Hartman races into the front court, finds Sanders. Sanders against Renzetti. Renzetti blocks him again. Freeman with the follow. He can't hit. And the rebound picked up by Lamboy. Ahead to McGann. McGann and the Antlers numbers in the fast break. He's fouled. Bonanza's defense at the cup has been extraordinary in the first quarter and change. Got free throws coming up for Tristan McGann. Again, I want to thank you for joining us tonight here for the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week as McGann misses his first free throw. A couple of other score updates for Basin teams tonight. We'll check in at Oregon Tech as at halftime, the Oregon Tech Hustlin' Owls are trailing College of Idaho 38-36. And at Phoenix High School, the Henley Hornets trail the Pirates by 10 at halftime. It's 35-25 there. Both free throws from McGann missed. The Antlers get their own miss. And McGann then fires a triple that's also off the mark. So our score remains 19-16 with 5:45 to go in the second quarter. It's Bonanza who leads. Here's Hartman now on the right wing. Dumps it to Sanders on the right elbow. Finds Jenkins close to the cup. Pardon me, that was O'Neal who scored. Makes it a one-point ball game, 19-18 with 5.5 to go in the second quarter. Off that made bucket from O'Neal, give him 8 points in the ball game. Here's Gallagher, whips a pass out to Lamboy, puts it on the deck, now McGann. Head fakes a mid-range, has it at the left elbow, feeds Medeiros outside. Medeiros, left-handed dribble, kicks it outside to Gallagher on the wing. Gallagher fakes a pass inside, drives in, right-handed floater, back iron, no. Gallagher comes down with his own miss, kicks it to Medeiros, uncontested, corner three, bingo! Colby Medeiros knocks down a triple. Bonanza leads 22-18, but Lost River responds on the other side with a make from Noah O'Neal. 22-20 the score, 4:50 to go. Here's Gallagher. Gallagher trying to feed Lamboy, kicks it outside to Gonzalez instead. Driving inside, here's Gallagher. Gallagher trying to go baseline, loses it out of bounds. Possession stays with the Antlers. McGann checks out. Noble checks in for Bonanza. O'Neal checks out. Dunley checks in for the Raiders. Gallagher feeds Medeiros on the left wing on the inbound. Now to Gonzalez. Gonzalez gets it to Medeiros. Gets everybody to jump and gets fouled. Great pump fake by Medeiros underneath. Getting both guys to jump. And then takes the contact. Colby Medeiros heading to the line for two. believe we've got some extended Medeiros family tuning in tonight from in the Golden State of California. Welcome you into the broadcast tonight. Got to learn a lot about the Medeiros family over the, a couple weeks ago. Got a phone call from a family member, so thank you for reaching out. Let me know that you got the whole family watching a lot of these games. So appreciate you tuning in and being a part of our Friday evening as Medeiros splits his trip, makes both at the line. The score 24-20 in favor of the Antlers. Pass comes near side to Guthrie, tipped by Gonzalez, and Victor has it. Passes ahead to Medeiros. Medeiros feeds Noble. It's intercepted by Freeman. Pass comes ahead to Dunley for Lost River. Switches to his left hand, but loses it again. Picked up by Gonzalez. Gonzalez brings it into the front court for Bonanza. Has it on the left wing. Terminates the dribble right inside the arc. And has it poked free. Lamboy recollects. Lamboy has it. Driving the right side. Skip pass to Noble. Back to Lamboy. Lamboy has it right wing. Close to the arc. Now hands it to Gallagher. Gallagher drives inside. Makes his move. Blocked by Dunley. Lost River has it, and Dunley's going to take it up for the Raiders. Dunley has it near side, feeds Guthrie in the near corner. Guthrie trapped by Medeiros and Gonzalez, gets rid of it to Dunley, who can't score on the shot. Lamboy picks up the miss. Lamboy now ahead to Gallagher. Gallagher walks it across the timeline for the Antlers, has it now on the right elbow, feeds Medeiros outside. It was off the hand of Dunley, then off the face of Medeiros, and then out of bounds. The Raiders take it. That was a tough one. Dunley hit Dunley's hand, and then, square in the face of Medeiros. He's going to check out for a moment. Probably rung his bell a little bit as McGann checks back in. Here are the Raiders, and it'll be Doug Jenkins crossing the timeline for the Raiders. Jenkins switches to a left-hand dribble, feeds Guthrie on the near side. Guthrie puts it on the deck, now back to Dunley, kicks it outside to Sanders. Here's Guthrie, catch-and-shoot triple to answer, leaves it short. Rebound picked up by Freeman. Freeman tries to find Jenkins underneath, blocked again by Renzetti, and Noble has it. Isaac Noble and the Antlers thought about getting out in transition. Instead, they'll try to reset. Here's Renzetti feeding Gallagher. Gallagher drives in outside to Gonzalez for three. You bet. Victor Gonzalez from downtown knocks down a long one, and Bonanza leads 27-20. And for Victor, his second made triple of the game. Here's Guthrie. Guthrie skips it over to Dunley. Dunley pass tipped away by Noble out of bounds, but the Raiders will maintain possession. Quick inbound pass to Freeman, triggers a three that won't go, almost got his own miss, but instead it's into the hands of Bonanza. Here's Gallagher racing up the floor. Gallagher takes it all the way in, can't finish. Rebound out to Dunley. Dunley now ahead for the Raiders. Tries to get it inside, but it is almost turned over. Dunley, after a crazy sequence, comes up with the basketball and finds a score. Renzetti now into the front court for the Antlers. He can't score. And Freeman with the miss. That last bucket for Lost River was turned over, saved from going out of bounds, straight into the hands of Dunley, who found himself in a position to score. Now the Raiders turn it back over again. Here is Tristan McGann, but not before a timeout is called by Coach Campbell Ness. And as it feels like I lose a little bit of control of this game, I think Coach Ness feels the same way, so he's going to call time. His team up 27-22. We'll step aside and be back. The Gino's Cafe Game of the Week.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
27-22, Bonanza leads on the road. 1:49 to go in the second quarter. And we're back on the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on mybasin.com. News Talk 1150, 92.9 KAGO. And again, 5 points separate the Antlers and the Raiders right now. Bonanza's in front with 1:49 to go before halftime. Stick with us during halftime. We'll give you a couple stats, some score updates from around the Klamath Basin, and, of course, get you ready for the third quarter. Here's Gonzalez with it for Bonanza, driving inside, going one-on-one against Noah O'Neill. Back out to McGann. Thought about a mid-range jumper. Kicks it out to Noble. Noble outside to Renzetti in the corner. Renzetti goes baseline, rejected by Freeman. And then a whistle after the block. Let's see. I think we're charging the foul to Isaac Noble, and we are. A nice shot block by Tate Freeman. Saw him last year as Lost River made the state tournament. Kind of played third fiddle to guys like Dunley and McAuliffe from a year ago, but now he is really coming into his own this season. Here he has it on the far side. Skips it underneath to Sanders. Sanders can't finish. Tough, close to the rim. Renzetti cleans up the miss. Fires it ahead to Lamboy. Lamboy ahead for Bonanza. Kicks it to McGann. Catch and shoot three for McGann. Won't go. Rebound is picked up by Hartman. Hartman fires a pass ahead to Freeman. Here comes Freeman. Freeman left-hand dribble. Gets by Gonzalez. Skip pass underneath to Sanders. A beautiful find and a great score there by Bo Sanders, connecting with Tate Freeman. Here's Victor Gonzalez, guarded tightly into the front court. Now Lamboy. Lamboy kicks it out to McGann. McGann thought about a three. Now to the free throw line. Outside to Noble. Feeds McGann again. McGann back to Noble. Give and go. Won't score. Freeman cleans up the miss. Fires a pass ahead to O'Neill. Skates in and scores. Noah O'Neill is having a fantastic first half here. I believe that's 12 points for him in just this first half. Brings his team back within one with 25 seconds to go in the second quarter. Here's Renzetti. Puts it on the deck. Kicks it near side to McGann. McGann now to Noble. Now 17 seconds. Here's Lamboy. Lamboy, left-hand dribble. Goes inside. Thought about kicking it out to McGann. McGann's going to come to him. Takes it. Puts it on the deck. Has it 10 feet out. Fadeaway jumper, back iron. Rebound picked up by Freeman. 3 seconds to go. They've got to get a shot off. They will not. We will head to halftime with Bonanza up by 1, 27-26. We'll be back with a couple of stats. We'll take a look around the Klamath Basin, get you some score updates, square you up for the third quarter. This is the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on News Talk 92.9 and 1150 KAGO with free live video tonight on mybasin.com.
Parent of a high school athlete, I've given up trying to get pictures of my kid playing sports. It's nearly impossible to take pictures and enjoy the game. There is a solution, though. God's Gifts Photography attends high school sporting events in the Basin to take individual and team action photos at a great price. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook to learn more. They'll come and capture your athlete in action, creating those frameable lifelong memories so you can watch and just enjoy the moment. Call 541-281-2206 to get your athlete on their schedule. God's Gifts Photography.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and little league teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
At mybasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
The pace and reach of social media,
the information of 24-hour news,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none.
Klamath Falls is a community that we love and a place that we are proud to call home.
Klamath Falls deserves a media group that is as committed to you as you are to Klamath Falls.
mybasin.com is your go-to place for news,
Sports, events, and everything going on at home in Klamath Falls.
Josh Eldridge back with you at halftime in the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on News Talk 92.9 and 1150 KAGO and MyBasin.com. Here at Lost River High School, it's the Raiders who trail at halftime against Bonanza 27-26. Let's go ahead and introduce you to the leading scorers, and we'll start with the Bonanza Antlers. Leading the team is Victor Gonzalez with 8 points. Colby Medeiros has 7. 4 from Isaac Noble and Garrett Gallagher, and 2 from Tristan McGann and Alex Renzetti, your scorers right now for Bonanza. Meantime, for Lost River, they are led in scoring by Noah O'Neill. He's got 12 points at halftime. Bo Sanders has 8, 4 for Tate Freeman, and 2 for Doug Jenkins, your scorers for the Lost River Raiders. It has been up and down. It has been fast. It has been defense. It has been offense. It has been everything you expect from a meeting between the Bonanza Antlers and the Lost River Raiders, especially when they are at the top of their game. And you know what? I came into this game expecting that it would be Bonanza, the team to get out and transition more. But actually, I think it's been the Raiders who've been able to score at the cup in transition a little bit more. Bonanza has been moving the ball and finding some beautiful looks. That's not to say the Raiders haven't. I mean, Tate Freeman, who's got 4 points right now, the offense halfway runs through that guy, and he has been passing the ball very, very well tonight. It's been a fun game so far, and for good reason. Both of these teams are at the top of their game right now. I mean, Lost River, coming into this one, has won 13 consecutive contests. They are 13-1 overall this season, 3-0 in league play. And for Bonanza, they are winners of 11 games this season, 11-3, 2-1 in conference play. They also ran off a string of 10 wins earlier this season. None of those games, as I'm looking at them right now, particularly close. Once they got into league play and they played Trinity Lutheran, they lost. They played 3A Cascade Christian, usually a very good program, and lost there before returning to winning ways on Tuesday and beat Culver 55-44. Both teams battling for position in the highly competitive 2A East Cascades Conference. Lost River pacing the bunch right now with a record of 13-1 overall. And again, I mentioned 3-1 in conference play. Trinity Lutheran is half a game back right now, 2-0 in league play. Bonanza 2-1, and everybody else either 1-2 or winless in the East Cascades Conference. And like I said, Trinity Lutheran was playing earlier tonight. I don't have a final score from them yet, but they could take sole possession of second play, or let me rephrase this. They're a half a game difference between Lost River and Bonanza, so regardless, they're still going to stay that way after tonight. The question is, will they be a half game back of Lost River, or will they be a half game in front of Lost River here in the standings? As we look at the East Cascades Conference, only 2 teams make the playoffs in that league, and so a third would have to come via the at-large bid. Now, here's the thing about the at-large bid is you got to be ranked in the top 16 or so teams. All 3 of these teams are. Lost River is number 11, Trinity Lutheran is number 7, and Bonanza is number 10. And so you look at that and you say, well, even if I don't finish top 2 in the league, you still have a chance at the postseason. Of course, the goal is to finish top 2 in the league. I'm just trying to give you all the possibilities of things that might happen as we get closer to the end of the season. Here at halftime between the Raiders and the Antlers, 27-26. The score, Bonanza leads. Want to give you a couple score updates from around Klamath Basin teams. We'll start up at Oregon Tech. In the second half right now, 17 minutes to go. Oregon Tech leads 41-40 against College of Idaho. Both of those teams at the top of the Cascade Collegiate Conference. It's a good one up at Danny's house tonight. And, I wish I could be there. But these games here at Bonanza, or here at Lost River have proven very, very fun and entertaining. Tech will play Eastern Oregon at Danny Miles Court tomorrow. And then for Henley High School, the Hornets playing over in Phoenix tonight for a Skyline Conference game. Henley is trailing the Pirates. They might be done now. I got an update about 3 minutes ago that there was 3 minutes left in the game with the running clock. Henley was trailing 66-37 in that one. We're going to take one more break here on the halftime show at Lost River High School. And again, we'll give you the score at half one more time. 27-26. Bonanza leads by 1 in this Inter-County East Cascades Conference rivalry game. We'll be back with the third quarter next on a News Talk 92.9, 1150 KAGO, and mybasin.com.
Parent of a high school athlete, I've given up trying to get pictures of my kid playing sports. It's nearly impossible to take pictures and enjoy the game. There is a solution, though. God's Gifts Photography attends high school sporting events in the Basin to take individual and team action photos at a great price. Search God's Gifts 2 on Facebook to learn more. They'll come and capture your athlete in action, creating those frameable lifelong memories so you can watch and just enjoy the moment. Call 541-281-2206 to get your athlete on their schedule. God's Gifts Photography.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
At mybasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
The pace and reach of social media,
the information of 24-hour news,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none.
Klamath Falls is a community that we love and a place that we are proud to call home.
Klamath Falls deserves a media group that is as committed to you as you are to Klamath Falls.
mybasin.com is your go-to place for news,
Sports, events, and everything going on at home in Klamath Falls.
Moments away from the start of the third quarter here at Lost River High School and the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on mybasin.com and News Talk 92.9 and 1150 KAGO. After 16 minutes, it is Bonanza who leads 27-26, and Bonanza will also start with the basketball coming out of our break. They were led in scoring by Victor Gonzalez. Lost River was led in scoring by Noah O'Neill. As we get ready to go tonight in this East Cascades Conference showdown. McGann feeds Gonzalez on the far side as the Antlers go from right to left. Here's Lamboy, one step inside the arc on the far side. Kicks it to Noble, throws it off the glass, somehow finds Bottoms. Isaac Noble will score first here in the second half, give his team a 29-26 lead, and responding is Doug Jenkins on the other side to bring again Lost River back within one. Fed now is Dominic Lamboy on the far side. Here's Gonzalez with it now, top of the key. Gonzalez now, McGann on the far side. McGann rifles a pass cross court to Lamboy. Lamboy finds McGann, top of the key again. McGann now to Noble. Noble gets it to Gonzalez. Gonzalez trying to drive the left side, gets in, tries to use the glass, gets fouled. With 7:10 to go in the third quarter, the Antlers lead by one, and Victor Gonzalez will be shooting free throws. Gonzalez will be shooting his first free throws here. Like I said, he led the team in scoring at the half with 8 points. He made 2 triples and a 2-point field goal. Again, these are his first free throws. He makes the first. Gonzalez, a perfect trip to the line, gives Bonanza a 3-point advantage with 7 minutes to go in the third quarter, 31-28. Here's Lost River. Hartman has it now. Now O'Neill tried to skip a pass underneath to Sanders. It was off the foot of Gonzalez and out of bounds, and so the Raiders will keep it. Now it's Hartman to inbound. Hartman gets it to Freeman in the far corner. Now to Jenkins. Jenkins has it on the wing, now to Sanders, skips a pass underneath to Freeman, rejected by Renzetti. Freeman got his own miss back, tried to get it underneath to Sanders, taken away by Lamboy. And now Alex Renzetti into the front court. Renzetti to Gonzalez, thought about a triple, back to Renzetti. Renzetti between the circles, mostly unguarded, now to Noble, feeds McGann top of the key. McGann rifles a pass in the corner to Renzetti. Renzetti thought about driving baseline, then zips it to Lamboy on the wing. Lamboy puts it on the deck, bouncing it to Gonzalez. Gonzalez left-hand dribble, lofts it to Renzetti at the free throw line. He gets tied up, loose ball, picked up by Sanders. Now to the hands of Freeman is Lost River again from left to right. Here come the Raiders. Freeman, pass underneath to O'Neal. Skip pass to Sanders. High off the glass, again bothered by Renzetti. Sanders gets his own miss and misses again. Ball goes, no, it's a foul. Let's see. Alex Renzetti just rejecting every shot that comes his way right now. It's going to be an inbound for Noah O'Neal. The Lost River Raiders. All right, here we go with O'Neal to inbound. Gets it into Freeman. Freeman puts it on the deck on the right side, tries to get a pass out to Jenkins, intercepted by Gonzalez. Pass ahead to McGann, all alone in transition and scores. McGann now with 4 points. Lost River looking to answer, but O'Neal will be fouled. Score 33-28, 5:52 to go in the third quarter. And Bonanza leads Lost River. It's going to be Lost River who inbounds in front of their own bench. Victor Gonzalez with 3 fouls will check out, and Garrett Gallagher checks in. O'Neal inbounds to Hartman. Hartman back to O'Neal, now in the corner to Freeman. Freeman pulls up a triple, leaves it short, gets his own miss, goes baseline, bounce out to O'Neal, high off the glass with the right hand and in. Noah O'Neal now up to 14 points. He leads all scorers. And the score 33-30, 5.5 to go. Noble misses a triple on the other side. Lamboy gets the miss, back to McGann. McGann looks behind him, there's no one home. Now calls for a screen, drives left, kicks it in the corner to Noble. Noble one step inside the arc, finds Lamboy. Lamboy driving down Main Street, kicks it out to Gallagher, fakes a pass right, drives left to Noble, to McGann. McGann, now with 16 to shoot, tries to get it underneath to Renzetti. The pass poked out of bounds, almost, but into the hands of Gallagher. In the corner for 3, no. McGann gets the miss. McGann tried to pass it to Noble, into the hands of Lamboy, drives inside, can't finish. He'll get fouled on the rebound. Antlers on the O boards, doing well in this ball game so far. Part of the reason they're up by 3 with 4:56 to go in the third quarter. Here's Renzetti, kicks it out to Gallagher. Gallagher, free throw line jumper, front iron, no. Rebound batted out of the hands of Jenkins. He lost it for a moment, but regathered by Freeman. Freeman into the front court now for the Raiders. Drives the right side, terminates the dribble, finds Jenkins. Jenkins, one step inside the arc on the near wing, passes it outside to Freeman. Now over to Hartman between the circles. Hartman finds O'Neal on the far side. O'Neal guarded tightly by McGann. Skips it back over to Hartman at the half-court logo. Back to Freeman. Freeman in the corner. Try to go baseline. Spins around. Terminates the dribble. Outside to Jenkins. Pardon me, that's O'Neal. Tries to find Hartman cutting inside. It's actually Sanders who can't hit the first shot. Gets his own miss. Puts it back up and in. Finally, the hard work on the glass for Bo Sanders is paying off. Antlers looking to respond, though, up by 1 with 4 minutes to go. Pass goes outside to Noble, now to McGann. McGann to Noble, now in the corner to Gallagher. Gallagher has it on the baseline, kicks it to Renzetti, driving inside, and he scores. Renzetti not afraid to use the glass. He's got 4 points. His team back up by 3. 35-32, 3:45 to go in the third quarter. Bounce pass inside to Sanders, and again, he finishes close to the cup and scores. Lost River back within 1 with 3:37 to go in the third quarter. Here's Lamboy into the front court for the Antlers. Feeds McGann. McGann thought about driving the right side, goes between his legs and passes it back outside to Gallagher. Gallagher driving the left side, loses the dribble for a moment, spins around, right hook shot is in. Tough bucket there for Garrett Gallagher, but he scores and puts Bonanza back up in front by 3. On the other side, the shot is blocked. Blocked by Bonanza, out of bounds on Bonanza, and so Lost River keeps it. So here we go again, 37-34, 3:16 to go in the third quarter. Lost River is going to inbound on the baseline. It's O'Neal. O'Neal gets it quickly to Guthrie. Guthrie beyond the arc, back to Freeman, kicks it outside to Hartman, catch and shoot three, back iron. Rebound is saved from going out of bounds by Gallagher, and he's got it for the Antlers. Gallagher and Bonanza racing ahead. Has it on the right wing. Feeds Gonzalez, back in the game, playing with 3 fouls. Gonzalez tries to drive left, loses it, he's fouled. We'll see if he's on the shot or not. It looks like it will not be on the shot, but the third Raiders team foul and the second for Tate Freeman. Gallagher to inbound. Bounces it to McGann, back to Gallagher. Gallagher stifled on the block, trying to find some room against O'Neal, backs him down, kicks it out to Medeiros. Medeiros on the wing, finds Gonzalez. Gonzalez, left-hand dribble, driving inside, spins around, head fake, shot from 10, left short. Rebound picked up by Hartman. Hartman trapped in the backcourt, finally gets rid of it to Freeman. Freeman now driving ahead for Lost River. Has it on the right side. One step inside the arc. Bounce pass outside to Doug Jenkins for 3. No! The rebound picked up by Gallagher. That shot would have tied it. But now it's Gonzalez ahead for Bonanza. Gonzalez has it near side. Now in the corner to Medeiros. Left uncontested for 3. He hits those. You can't do that. Colby Medeiros, another triple. He's got 10 points. 40-34. Bonanza in front. 2:11 to go in the third quarter. Here's Freeman. Bounce underneath to O'Neal. He can't finish. Jenkins with the putback. He scores. Doug Jenkins with 6 points makes it a 4-point ball game. Now Medeiros brings it up for Lost River. 1:58 to go in the third quarter. It's into the hands of Gonzalez. Gonzalez has it between the circles straight away. Now over to Gallagher. Gallagher driving inside. Spins, loses it, but he travels. Sub in for Lost River. Kellen Dunley in for Doug Jenkins. I believe that's the only sub. It'll be Kellen Dunley who brings it up, fires a pass ahead to Freeman. Dunley gets it back, skips it cross court to Guthrie for a mid-range jumper that's no good. And the rebound into the hands of Gonzalez. Gonzalez loses it in the open court, regathers, finds Medeiros, bounce past him again for 3. It will not go. Hung on the rim for a second. Couldn't get it. Medeiros battles for the glass. Then he's wrestled to the floor. A held ball gives possession to the Raiders. Alex Renzetti going to check in for Medeiros. We're also going to see Lamboy come in for Gallagher. So Dunley to inbound. We'll get it to Hartman. And Hartman will be the one to bring it up for the Raiders. Passes ahead to Freeman. Feeds Dunley on the near side. Dunley trying to find someone. Gets it to Guthrie between the circles. Guthrie puts it on the deck. Right-hand dribble. Terminates. Now Dunley. Dunley on the wing. Kicks it to Freeman now in the near corner. Freeman trying to go baseline with it against Renzetti. You don't go one-on-one against Renzetti. He'll send it back in your face. That time he does. Here's Lamboy in transition. Stops and scores. What a move. Dominic Lamboy for his first points of the game. Gives Bonanza a 6-point lead. Here's O'Neal on the other side. Can't score. Rebound is picked up by Dunley. Dunley trying to find room on the right block. Kicks it outside to Hartman. Now near side to Freeman. Pass goes back outside to Hartman. Now Freeman at the free throw line. Tried to feed Guthrie underneath, but he passed it into no man's land. Bonanza takes it. Gonzalez bringing it up. Pass goes ahead to McGann. McGann underneath to Lamboy. Driving in. Has it stripped by Freeman. Freeman trying to get out in transition for his Raiders. Has it in the corner all the way in. Too strong on the lane. He's fouled. Thought he wasn't going to get the call. Took a heck of a lot of contact on that shot, but he does get the whistle, and Tate Freeman heading to the line. Freeman hasn't scored a ton tonight, only 4 points, but he's done it in other aspects. Steals, rebounds, and frankly, some really good passing for Tate Freeman. He makes his first free throw there. Second free throw from Freeman rolls off the rim into the hands of Lamboy. Here comes Bonanza, rifles a pass ahead to McGann. Had trouble corralling it, but gets it to Gonzalez. Gonzalez in the corner, bounces it to Renzetti on the block, feeds Gonzalez again with a left-handed lay-in. It won't go. And now with 7 seconds to go, a loose ball is picked up by Freeman. Full court heave will not go. And that will bring us to the end of the third quarter. Bonanza distancing themselves a little bit, but no lead is safe. Right now up 42-37 as we head to the fourth. And the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on News Talk 92.9 and 1150 KAGO and mybasin.com.
Not corporate. At Clown Falls Subaru, we built our business on that simple promise. Well, that and some of the best people you're ever going to meet. Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Clown Falls Subaru. Our 62 employees make it easy for us to live up to our comfortable, not corporate philosophy. Friendly faces, easy answers, straight talk, fairness, and exceptional service. These are the things you expect. These are the things that all of our people deliver. Our management team, sales pros, certified service and body shop techs, lot attendants, and detail experts are all 100% focused on you, local people putting their friends and neighbors first. At Clown Falls Subaru, that's the only way we do business. It's comfortable, not corporate. Our team members also spend hundreds of hours each year supporting local charities and events through the Subaru Love Promise. That's the kind of people they are. We're very proud of them. They're your friends, they're your neighbors, they're glad to know you, and they want you to be glad to know them too. I'm Rob, and this is what makes us comfortable, not corporate.
We'll rejoin the fourth quarter already in progress. Bonanza leads Lost River 42-37. Here's Tristan McGann and the Antlers with the ball. Passes it to Gonzalez, drives the left side, off the glass and in. And Victor Gonzalez adding to Bonanza's lead 44-37. Here's Lost River trying to get the ball up the floor. It's Freeman. Freeman splits the defense, kicks it out to Dunley. He travels. He was not prepared for the pass. Dunley would have been wide open, had a great spot, but just took an extra step. Here come the Antlers from right to left. Victor Gonzalez, the point guard, leads the pack. Now to McGann. McGann feeds Renzetti underneath. Had it poked free for a moment, but recollects. Renzetti now to Lamboy on the right side. Lamboy gets to the baseline, kicks it out to Noble. Thought about a three, gets by the defender. High-arcing right-hand floater won't go. Rebounded in the hands of Freeman. They rifle a pass ahead to O'Neal. O'Neal against Gonzalez, one-on-one. Lost River misses, but then the putback is there by Connor Guthrie. Score now 44-39 in favor of the Antlers with 6:50 to go. Pass goes to Noble. It's taken away by Guthrie. Gets it into the hands of Hartman. Now back to Guthrie. Guthrie loses it. Gets it back to Lamboy. Lamboy almost loses it. Now it's Noble. Now to McGann. McGann, right-handed dribble, bringing it around the right wing. Throws it over to Gonzalez. Gonzalez, left-handed dribble, brings it to the right side. Gonzalez stops between the circles, hands it to Renzetti. Renzetti, power dribble to the cup. He's fouled. Renzetti shooting free throws 1 and 2 right now. A brilliant time for us to remind you that tonight's Gino's Cafe Game of the Week is, of course, brought to you by Gino's Cafe on East Main Street in Klamath Falls. They're open every morning at 6:30, serving their famous breakfast burritos. Those are served all day long, along with other menu items like burgers, monthly specials, and Italian favorites. You can order online at iloveginos.com or on DoorDash. Gino's also the host of our weekly talk show, Ballin' in the Basin. They're our primary sponsor, and they also host our show live at Gino's Cafe once a month on the second Wednesday. So we'll be back out there in a couple of weeks. Renzetti missed both free throws, and the rebound goes to Lost River's Doug Jenkins. Jenkins trapped by Noble in the backcourt, gets it to Freeman. Freeman trying to find the way up the far side of the floor, met at half court, but gets it into the front court in time. Freeman skips a pass outside to O'Neal. It goes out of bounds, last touched by Lamboy. And so the Raiders will maintain possession with 6:08 to go in the fourth quarter, trailing by 5. Substitutions in for Bonanza. Garrett Gallagher, Colby Medeiros in for Lamboy and Renzetti. And pass underneath to Sanders. Sanders around 3. Antlers will not be able to finish. Freeman gets the miss. Rejected by Gallagher. A third opportunity and one for Tate Freeman. Hard work for Tate Freeman on the glass that time. Missed his first shot. Actually, I think he got blocked on the first shot, then missed his second shot, and then finally was able to get it to drop. For Freeman now, he's got 7 points. Keep it that way after a miss at the free throw line there. Score remains 44-41, and the Antlers now into the front court. Pass goes to Gonzalez in the corner. Gonzalez feeds Medeiros on the block. Medeiros, guarded by Sanders, brings it back out beyond the arc. Now into the hands of McGann. McGann to Gonzalez. Gonzalez driving right down Main Street. Feeds Medeiros in the corner for three. Got it! 3-point bucket for Colby Medeiros. And for Colby, that is his third made triple of the night, and give him 13 points. Here's Sanders in the corner. The Raiders trail by 6. Jenkins trying to answer the call with a triple of his own. Can't do it. Medeiros gets the rebound. Gets it to Gonzalez. Passes it ahead to Gallagher. Gallagher on the left block. Pulls up from 10. Can't get it. Rebound into the hands of Freeman. Fires a pass ahead to O'Neal. Outnumbered in transition. Gets the defenders to jump and finishes. Nice job by Noah O'Neal slowing down the game for that score, bringing his team back within 4. 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. The Antlers have it. Here's McGann. McGann trying to call for a screen. Throws it to Gonzalez. Gonzalez now on the right wing. Terminates the dribble. Trying to find someone to pass the ball to. Gets it to McGann. McGann passes it to Gallagher. Antlers slowing down, taking their time, looking for the right pass. Here's Gonzalez. Gonzalez kicks it near corner to Medeiros. Can he do it again? No. Rebound picked up by Freeman. Now into the hands of Hartman. Hartman will be fouled by Isaac Noble in the open floor. Charge the foul to Noble. Again, that's his third. And here come the Raiders. It's Hartman. No, pardon me, that was Sanders. Now Jenkins underneath to Freeman. Finds Sanders again, cutting to the rim. Can't get it. Freeman with the putback. Hard work on the glass again, paying off for Tate Freeman. It's 47-45. Antlers still in front. But the Raiders making a charge here. Here's Noble. Straight away to Gonzalez. Gonzalez left-hand dribble inside. Kicks it out to Noble. Now to McGann on the right wing. McGann, ball high above his head. Finds Medeiros in the far corner. Medeiros now backs it out well beyond the arc. Right extended wing. Now into the hands of Gallagher. Gallagher brings it left near side. Gallagher trying to back down his defender. 10 to shoot. Gets it to McGann. McGann splits the defense. Tough shot. Rolls off the rim. Rebound is tipped out of bounds. Last touched by McGann, and the Raiders have it. Alex Renzetti will check in for Isaac Noble. 3:40 to go and a 2-point ball game. It'll be Hartman. Hartman into the front court for the Raiders. Brings it along the near side. Gets it to Freeman. Free throw line jumper off the glass. Won't go. The rebound picked up by Renzetti. Throws it ahead to Gallagher. Gallagher putting it into the front court for the Antlers. Now McGann over to Gonzalez. Gonzalez feeds Renzetti on the right block. Kicks it back out to Gallagher in the corner. Gallagher thought about a triple, then dribbles it around back out to the wing. Now tries to go baseline with it. Past 2 defenders, through the contact, and 1. Garrett Gallagher. Fancy dribbles, drives baseline, takes the contact, and scores. Score now 49-45, 3:10 to go, and Gallagher trying to add one more. Right now up to 8 points in the ball game. Gallagher makes the free throw. 50-45, 3:09 to go in the ball game. Bonanza leads. Pass comes near side to O'Neal. Feeds Sanders. Sanders left uncontested in the near corner. Bonanza not worried about him shooting a three, and so he gets it to Jenkins. Jenkins feeds Hartman on the far side. Hartman well beyond the arc. Back to Jenkins. Jenkins back to Hartman. Hartman to O'Neal in the corner. Thought about a triple. Bonanza in a zone defense. Here's Jenkins. Jenkins trying to split up the zone. Kicks it to Hartman. Now O'Neal in the corner. This time O'Neal fires the triple. Splash! O'Neal got it. It's a 2-point game. 50-48. 2.5 to go. Driving inside. Pass into no man's land. It's tipped out of bounds by Lost River. Bonanza keeps it. Timeout is called by Coach Johnson. Will take it. 50-48, 2.5 to go in this rivalry game on News Talk 92.9 and 1150 KAGO and mybasin.com.
MyBasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
The pace and reach of social media,
The information of 24-hour news,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none.
Klamath Falls is a community that we love and a place that we are proud to call home.
Klamath Falls deserves a media group that is as committed to you as you are to Klamath Falls.
MyBasin.com is your go-to place for news,
Sports, events, and everything going on at home in Klamath Falls.
Back with you for fourth quarter action as the Antlers lead Lost River 50-48 in the Gino's Cafe game of the week. 2.5 to go in the fourth quarter. It's a tight one. And the Antlers start with the ball. Here's Dominic Lamboy on the right wing. Puts it on the deck. Left-hand dribble. Drives all the way in. Tries to kick it in the corner. Loose ball out of bounds. Who's it go to? It's Lost River ball. A chance to tie or take the lead with a made bucket here. 2:13 to go. Pass. Hartman is going to let it roll for a moment and bring it into the front court. Here's Hartman. Hartman brings it along the left side, guarded by Gonzalez, finds O'Neal in the corner. O'Neal back to Hartman, now Jenkins. Jenkins skips a pass near side to Freeman, back to Jenkins underneath, skating to the rim, he scores, we are tied. 1:54 to go, tied at 50. Here are the Antlers, into the front court, it's McGann, back to Lamboy, tipped out of bounds, Bonanza keeps it. Nice score by Doug Jenkins on the other end to tie it. 1:47 to go. Bonanza has it. Here's McGann. Passes it to Gallagher. Gallagher puts it on the deck. Right-handed dribble. Tries to bring it around. Head of the key. Gonzalez trailing him. Tries to drive the right side. Kicks it out to McGann. Now Gonzalez. Gonzalez pump fakes a three. Throws it to Gallagher. Now with 11 to shoot. Gallagher head fakes. Drives inside. Stops from 9 feet. Shoots and scores. Garrett Gallagher gives Bonanza back the lead. 52-50. And an intercepted pass in the front court. Renzetti gets it. Gets it to McGann. McGann driving inside. Hands it to Gonzalez. Back out to McGann. Now to Gallagher. Here's Gallagher on the right wing. Bonanza slows it down. 1:07 to go. They're up by 2. Renzetti gets fouled. Renzetti driving in, takes the pass, goes up with the shot and got hacked. So Alex Renzetti shooting 2. So far in this game, Renzetti 4 points. He's 0 for 2 at the free throw line. Senior standing 6'6", looking to make it a 2-possession ball game with a couple of makes here. And he makes the first. One more coming up. Renzetti stares down the rim. Dribbles once. Up with the shot. It's no good. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touched by Bonanza. So Lost River down by 3 with 1:05 to go. Has the basketball. Tate Freeman inbounds to Caden Hartman. Hartman into the front court for the Raiders and a timeout. We'll take it. 1:02 to go. Bonanza leads by 3. The Gino's Cafe game of the week continues next.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see 2 things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys, and I want to see my high school. And those are the 2 memories that stick out the most to me.
Josh Eldridge back with you on the Gino's Cafe game of the week on News Talk 92.9 and 1150 KAGO. We've also got live free video streaming for you tonight on mybasin.com. Thank you everybody who's made us tonight a part of your Friday night. It's been a good one. You've been treated to some great basketball. Overtime in the girls game that Lost River won. And here we are with 62 seconds to go in the fourth quarter, and Bonanza leads only by 3, 53-50, and the Raiders have the ball. Here's Noah O'Neal. Noah O'Neal now to Caden Hartman, now to Freeman in the corner. Back to Hartman. Now here is O'Neal kicks it to Jenkins. Jenkins puts it on the deck, terminates the dribble, still beyond the arc. Now to O'Neal. O'Neal to Hartman, 19 to shoot for the Raiders. Now in the corner to Freeman. Freeman going baseline, stops at the baseline, kicks it outside to Hartman. Now 12 to shoot. Back to Freeman in the corner. Now here's Hartman on the wing. Straight away to Jenkins. Pardon me, that was O'Neal. Now back to Hartman. Hartman now with 6 to shoot. Gets it to Freeman in the corner. Freeman driving with 3. Up with the shot. He scores and 1. Oh, man. Tate Freeman with a tough take. Shoots from 8 feet out. Double clutch. Score and the foul. Holy cow. Tate Freeman a chance to tie with a made free throw here. He can't do it. Rebound is picked up by the Raiders. No, they lose it. It's Renzetti who takes it. 25 to go. Raiders have to foul. They have to foul down by 1. McGann has it. They'll foul him. I think Lost River is asking for timeout here, too, in just a moment. Let's see. Lost River is asking for time. Finally, they'll get it. We're out of breaks here on the broadcast, though, and so we'll stick with you through this one. It's 53-52, 19 seconds to go, and it'll be Tristan McGann to shoot free throws when we come back. McGann, the stepson of Bonanza Athletic Director Josh Crawford. McGann, a linebacker, and they call him that on the team. He's an all-conference linebacker in football season, and like I said, all-conference. He's a pretty darn good one, too. And a remarkably skilled basketball player as well. McGann with 4 points in this game so far. He's 0 for 2 at the free throw line. His team leads by 1. You got to make them both. Give your team a 3-point lead. Well, we still have a moment. A reminder, tonight's broadcast brought to you in part by God's Gifts Photography. Are you a parent of a high school athlete tired of trying to take good photos and keep up with the action? That's all right. There is a solution. God's Gifts Photography attends high school sporting events in the Basin to take individual and team action photos at a great price. You can search them up on Facebook at God's Gifts 2. So, again, actually, it's not McGann at the free throw line. Lost River still with a foul to give. So they have a moment to try to get a steal with 19 seconds. It's going to be into Renzetti. Renzetti has it on the wing. They'll get it to Lamboy, and Lamboy is who they'll send at the line. Dominic Lamboy, with 15 seconds to go, will be shooting free throws. He is 2 points in the ball game. He has not shot a free throw yet this game. But probably the biggest ones of the night, at least so far, now rest on his shoulders. Makes the first. Second one on the way. Free throw up. It's good. 3-point advantage now for Bonanza. 14 seconds to go. The Raiders need 3 points. O'Neal drives in, can't score. Rebound batted out into the hands of Lost River. A timeout is called by Coach Johnson. The Raiders are trying to say they called timeout when they had possession of the ball. There's 6 seconds to go. We'll stick with you again through this break as Coach Brad Johnson, a Lost River alumni himself, played in the state tournament, led his team to the state tournament for the first time since he was a player last year. Now a chance to try and keep on his winning streak. 13 games coming down to this moment where they trail by 3 with 7 seconds to go. Couldn't ask for a better night of basketball. Is down at the bottom of your screen on mybasin.com. The Lost River Raider trying to pump up his team and the crowd. With 7 seconds, 6 and 9/10 to go. I don't think there's any room to try to go for a quick 2-and foul. It just doesn't seem possible to me. You got to try to shoot a 3. Who do you give the ball to? Who's made triples tonight? There hasn't been a ton of them. Noah O'Neal has 1. And he's got 17 points for the game. Doug Jenkins has 8 points, but he hasn't made a triple. Decision time. Who gets the ball? And for Lost River, for Bonanza, you cannot foul. Cannot foul in this situation. Hartman will inbound. 6 9/10 to go. Hartman to Freeman to Jenkins for three. The tie. No! Gonzalez with the rebound. The Antlers will win. They will win 55-52 the final. The Antlers come into Raider country and steal a win from Lost River. We'll be back with post-game stats and more coming up next on the Gino's Cafe Game of the Week on mybasin.com.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been away forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place home. And then I heard your voice. I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies that the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Final score here from Lost River High School. It is 55-52. The Bonanza Antlers steal one from the Raiders on their floor. And it was a great one all the way around. We'll introduce you to the leading scorers for both teams, and we'll start with the victors tonight, Bonanza. They were led in scoring by the sophomore, Colby Medeiros, with 13 points. Victor Gonzalez had 12, 11 from Garrett Gallagher, 6 from Isaac Noble, 5 from Alex Renzetti, and 4 from Dominic Lamboy and Tristan McGann. For the Lost River Raiders, they were led by Noah O'Neill with 17. Bo Sanders has 12. Tate Freeman with 11. Doug Jenkins had 8, and Connor Guthrie had 2, your scorers for the Lost River Raiders. I'm going to refresh my page here, try to find you the updated standings for the East Cascades Conference. I don't have a final score yet for the Trinity Lutheran game as they were playing Culver, so we'll have to take that into account. But Bonanza and Lost River, both 3-1 now in East Cascades Conference play. The Raiders dropped to 13-2 overall on the season. The Antlers improve to 12-3 on the season. This loss for the Raiders snaps a 13-game winning streak that they had coming into this one, and it's at the hand of their dreaded rival, the Bonanza Antlers. Next time out for both of these teams, I'll give you an idea. For Lost River, it is a game on Tuesday against the aforementioned Trinity Lutheran. They're on the road in that one up to Bend, which is where the Trinity Lutheran High School is. And then for Bonanza, they are back in action on Tuesday against Oak Ridge. And that should be a good one for the Bonanza Antler guys. We had the girls' game earlier today, which ended in overtime, a 39-38 victory for the Raiders. And in this one, the fellas, 55-52 in favor of the Antlers. Want to give you one final score update that we can from elsewhere in the Klamath Basin. Unfortunately for the Oregon Tech Owls, it looks like College of Idaho is close to closing them out with 1:48 to go in the game. C of I leads 75-68. If you want to tune on over to that one, it is on 92.5 FM KLAD right here in Klamath Falls. In the meantime, I'm out of here. I had a great time spending the Friday night with you. Thank you for spending it with me. I want to thank everybody involved in tonight's broadcast. I was a solo show up here in the booth, but all the coaches make it easy. Ray Struve, Jen Hartman, Brad Johnson, and Campbell Ness for getting with me before tonight and helping me with everything I might need to make this broadcast a success. Thanks to the athletic director here on site at Lost River High School, Michael Hoffman, for making sure we had what we needed as well up here in the booth. And again, a big thank you to you for spending your Friday night with me here in Merrill. Once again, the final scores tonight. The Lost River girls edged out Bonanza 39-38, but it was the Bonanza boys who took the nightcap 55-52. My name is Josh Eldridge. Thank you so much for being with me, and so long and good night from Lost River High School in Merrill, Oregon.